What's up, guys? So, just a little intro music from my man Nazir Jones. Welcome, everybody. We will take calls at 9:15. I got the number up in the description or in the live chat. I'll say it verbally now, 314-526-6232, and I'll probably put it in the live chat right before about 9:13 or so. Welcome back. Last week was real fun. This week we're going to talk about, are we independent contractors or are we not? Did a video today about that. A lot of you guys replied, and maybe you've seen that. Look back later if you need to. We're going to talk about safety in the gig work. There was obviously a horrible, terrific thing that happened in Maryland to a dasher, a father, family man. We could talk about that. And we're also going to I'll talk about my week for a couple minutes, and we'll talk about your week if you want to call in. These Sundays are going to change a little bit. I like the idea of doing some call-in shows. Some other YouTube people do them. I think this is going to be a new thing for Sundays. I always go live on Sundays and I just ramble. But at the end of the day, I want to hear from you guys. How'd your week go? What do you guys want to talk about? It doesn't have to be gig related, guys. It could be about something else. Also, full disclaimer, I invited 3 different people to call in tonight that questioned me on some things. One person that questioned about the independent contractor deal, and I think he might have some good information for us, maybe. He might be calling in. Another person that questioned me if I dash every day and called me phony, and he was just being a troll. I said, hey, call in the live show. Talk to all of us if you want to. So I welcome any and all that want to call. I don't want people calling just to, always agree with me. If you have a disagreement about anything I say, you could call in. If you're calling in now, we're not taking them until 9:15 though. But I value people's opinions. I don't think I know everything. I know I don't know everything, and I like to learn from you guys. So that's part of this Sunday shows as well. For my OGs out there, I want you to think of it like an AM talk show, right? For those of you that listen to AM radio, back in the days, 80s, 90s, those used to be really, really good shows, and people would call in various different opinions, and there'd be good conversation and dialogue. They're still out there, but they're not as prevalent. And some of these shows even cut off the call-in shows because people couldn't handle them. I like it. I think you guys give me great vibes. I had a great time last Sunday. We went for over 2 hours. I'm going to take as many calls as the people want. And as the stream's going to go 30 minutes, if nobody's calling, going to go 3 hours if people are calling and we're learning and we're laughing and we're vibing with each other. I'm going to go tonight as long as you guys want to call in. If there's a break in the calls and we don't have a lot of calls, then we might call tonight. Also, quick disclaimer before I get into my week, we got 10 minutes before we're going to take calls anyway. In the top chat, the live chat there, I'll be following it here and there. It's still too early. Hold up. I'll be following it, but it's only subscribers. I have it set to that. So if you want to chat and get to know what's going on, you got to hit the red sub button. I don't ask you for any money. Just support the channel. If you want to say something in the comments, good, bad, or indifferent, and then sub your way out of it, I'm good with that as well. But if you're trying to say something in there and you're not subscribed to the channel, that's why. Full transparency. So my week. Listen, I had a solid week. I did $1,023 multi-act. I had a really rough Friday night for a couple hours. That was bad. I didn't work during the day, worked at night. Uber had me going. Uber's been good, but I had a couple orders stacked that were really horrific. I'll just leave it at that because I'm gonna try to keep it positive tonight. But I made $1,023 this week, and I didn't work at all today. I worked pretty much a full day yesterday. I didn't work any day more than 7.5 or 8 hours. A couple of days I worked 6. I worked a half day Friday. Great week. The multi-apping in my market is a game changer. Should have been doing this a long time ago. I share that with you not to brag because I've had bad weeks. I just share with you because that's what happened to me this week. That's the money. That's what I made. And I was happy for that. With that number, considering the amount of hours I put in, I've made much less some weeks. I've made much, much more. But for me, that amount of hours, it was a good week. 2 good weeks back to back. I have a lot of other things going on this coming week, so I won't work that much starting tomorrow till next Sunday. but I'll still be able to make a little bit, hopefully, here and there. So now that we know what the topics are, I also want to just give a real quick, rest in peace to 915 means 915, guys. Sorry. To the driver that was that was murdered in Maryland. Njoku was his last name. I believe he was maybe from a part of Africa or something. He had 2 daughters. Oldest one, I think, was 15, and he had 2 twin boys. He was a car salesman and then did this on the side to kind of like help his family. It's completely tragic. I don't have details. I just saw the news story, as some of you might have. Also, you might hear a baby in the background, but it's okay. Just be safe. So I want to talk, you guys can call in and talk about driver safety, any issues you've had, questions. If you want my opinion on what you can do to be safe, some things are unavoidable, but there are some things we can do to protect ourselves. I'm going to pause real quick and make sure everything's good. $9:15 needs my 9:15, guys. I don't know who's calling. You got to wait till 9:15. All right. That's just how the call lines work. This is actually just a cell phone. So, and also when you call in, I'll try to if you know somebody's on the phone, don't call right away. Try to make it towards maybe what might be the tail end of the conversation. And, but if I need to swap calls, I'll do that. If you want to keep the calls to 5 to 10 minutes. If you don't need 5 minutes, absolutely great. But I'm not going to do any call more than 10 minutes tops. I think is fair enough. Okay. But overall, a good week. I'm looking forward to this coming up week. Let's get into some of the live chat. I just want to give out some shout outs real quick and see who's in here. By the Dip, what up? RL, that's a familiar name. Gig Cleveland, how are you, brother? Dash or Pass, what's up? Don't fall asleep tonight. I want you to call in. Parshandu, I don't know what that means. 20066. What up? What up? Adam Delivers. What up? Mad Dash from Road Trip Cash. I know you're making that money out there, man. Be safe, brother. I hope you and family are well. Girl to Life, how are you? We got Mark in the house. What up, man? Valley Alley in the house. Francisco in the house. Fizzbon TV. No, that's Callie Dasher. I know Callie Dasher. He's got a channel. Go check it out. Adam Delivers. Mark again. Beth H. How are you? Monique. Mr. Flex, what up? What up? Brandon, what's up, brother? How are you, my friend? I hope you had a good week. Craig, Underground Living Yo. Julie, how are you? Dashing Grandpa, how are you? If you don't know, real quick, Dashing Grandpa is my YouTube grandpa. I don't have a grandpa in my walking life, but he is my YouTube grandpa. Big shout out. He has a channel as well. Go check him out. I think he's about to hit. He's growing pretty quick, Dashing Grandpa, in the last couple of weeks. My brother, John Cochran, Craig, Frank, what up? What up? Tuna Can, what up, my friend? Dash or Pass. Hey, Pedro, that's a great week. Yeah, it was good. I had a good week. I feel proud about it. And I had to hustle some days, man. It's not easy, but I feel good about it. YM, Frank, what up? What up? Jessica, David, Geek Cleveland, not needed, but thanks, man. It is a game changer. The weeks I multi-app earnings pretty much add up to the amount of hours, but the gig adapt. Yeah, man. I made more this week in Uber than DoorDash. I'm telling you what, Uber, man. I had a couple of issues with some stacks. It's gonna happen, but the payouts, man, I'm averaging about between $11 and $12 an order on Uber Eats. That's my average. On DoorDash, my average is $7. That $4 difference is crazy. It's crazy. $4. It's a huge difference. Jessica, Ethics Instead. Jacqueline, what up? What up? Nigeria. Yeah, he was from Nigeria. Who else we got up in here? Mr. Flex up in the house. Jardis, what up, brother? Lomax, Wendy L, Eric Rodriguez. We got some familiar names and some new names. Phil, Paul, Kyle, what up? What up? Roy will be Roy. Dashing Rare Night Shift. Oh, Roy's out there. Adam Sanchez, what up, brother? Bet on you, man. We could do that. Me and Roy went on his channel last night. Go check it out. We did a little live. I was on there for just a little bit. I had the daughter, but we talked about driver safety and how we have to take personal accountability and what you can do. And if you put yourself in situations, you got to be willing to say, hey, that $10, $20 order is not worth my safety. I'm out of here. Right. So, and with rideshare, that goes with that too. Like if you feel unsafe in any way, you got to just get out of there. Call the police, call support, do whatever you need to do. No amount of money is worth your life. Some things are unavoidable, but 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, Rocky. Henry, what up? D Smith. Beth, Sean, Rodney, Crystal. Yes, Gig. Thanks for putting the number in. Thank you. It's picking up on Uber. Uber is picking up, man. Fitzbon on TV. All right, so I think we got most of the names. Stephanie, Thomas, what up, Alec? Jay, what are the chances so a customer saying they didn't receive their order and then I get the same request again? That's weird. I don't know. James, what up? Hit that like. Hit that. I don't know what that means. Hit that. The like. Everyone is free. Oh, thank you, Jessica. PC Petite watching from Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah, put in the comments where y'all are at. Pedro, have you applied for Grubhub? Yes, I got through and I was waiting on some kind of background check. That happened last week, but I haven't worked it yet because I haven't sent me everything yet. So my hubby saw your vid and said I need to start carrying while dashing. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, whether it's mace or a gun or a knife. Or you got to keep yourself safe. You have to. I think it's important. All right, so 124 people, man. I'm extremely humbled and blessed. We got 2 minutes. I'm going to share a quick story with you guys. For all of you guys that have channels out there, I know a lot of you guys do, and they're smaller. Maybe the number doesn't match the good content you put out. I had a channel that was really small just a few months ago. And while my sub count isn't maybe normal, how fast it's going, I put out videos every day and I work really, 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 really hard at it. Not to say you don't, but I say that because I remember I'd go watch UDM and DoorDash Dad, and I'd be in their comment section. I'd be asking for shout outs and I'd call in and like, that's what you got to do. Continue to bet on yourself. Don't look at the number. Just make sure you're making good content, and then things will happen. So I just say that as a disclaimer because I remember when I had 100 subscribers and I was betting on myself and I had these t-shirts made and I was, it takes a little bit of time. If it's important to you, keep grinding at it. Okay. It's 9:14. So we are going to open the phone lines right now. So that person that's been calling, go ahead and call in. I am going to take, anybody can call, guys. This isn't, and you can talk about, I got the 3 topics, but if there's something else on your mind, we can talk about it. First caller. Hello. You're with Pedro Dordes Santiago. Who do we got on the line tonight?
Pedro, how's it going, brother?
Good. Who do we got? I can't recognize the voice.
James Brewer, dude.
James, what's up?
I've just commented on a few of your videos here and there talking to you about Grubhub, man.
What market are you in, James?
I am in a small market in North Carolina, about roughly 60,000 people.
How long you been doing gig work?
I actually started in March 2020 when it was like booming. I'm sure you can relate.
Absolutely. But, absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to share a quick message with you that kind of goes back to when you were talking about submitting these DoorDash surveys so they can get an idea of what we think, even though it might not matter. But if you don't mind, I have a little part from my survey here I wanted to share with you, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Please do.
Okay. So this was basically in relation to the pay update and I guess kind of everything that's happened as far as this year goes. But so here's what I told them. Here's how I felt. I said, I think this pay update does not at all accomplish what it intends to. Cashiers are not inclined to take long distance orders, and that's just a fact. An extra $1 does not justify the mileage and time it takes. The only way I could see this pay update working is if DoorDash will be like other competitive companies and show the full payout before acceptance. Typically, I see orders that I used to take for 4 to 6 miles that I will not take now because with this pay update, DoorDash is not transparent and it hides tips now more than before. In my opinion, it's a slap in the face to customers that tip well and appreciate the service they're getting. And lastly, not only is it not sustainable for the customer, it creates a gamble mentality for the contractors of DoorDash and an unreliable source of income.
That's so let me start off by saying this. Thanks for calling, being the first caller.
Yeah.
That's a really good. That's a very good response. And my response is twofold. I think it's good for us to give them responses, even if we don't necessarily. We don't have 100%. We don't know who's looking at it, how often, how much they weight that in their decision making. But if we don't say anything, then we can't say anything, right? So I do think it's important to at least be heard. And I will say this. One thing that I've noticed, especially in the last month, DoorDash is testing out a lot of different things, right? Whether it's, they change the base pay. Now some markets, they can do preferences. I can say, I don't want to go here. Some places they're going to pay us for a Chipotle hub, like if you wait Chipotle, it's you get paid per hour more. Right. Some places are paying wait time at other places besides Chipotle. Some places are, they're doing a multitude of things, right? And I think they're doing that because they realize there's an issue and they're trying to figure out what can we do that will stick, that could be beneficial for them and us. And I think you make really, really good points there. And for me, when that bay pace cut hit, I was furious. I was like, you're going to pay me 75 cents less. My whole business model is based around short trips. I don't do a lot of the long ones, right? And if I do a long one, it's because I know it's probably a hidden tip, and maybe it's a part of the day where I'll take that gamble of having to maybe drive, 10 miles round trip. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, I think
it really is.
I think it's what I've learned from working a little bit of Uber Eats now, and then what I've heard from people that do Grubhub. They don't show miles or whatnot, and Uber Eats does other things, and they don't give you as much time to make a decision. I almost feel like all three apps, and this is extremely, this is going to be out there kind of opinion, but I almost feel like they're all these three people that run these operations sat in a room and said, okay, what can we each do differently to where we can't all be the same, right? We have to do things different. What can you give them and I won't give them, just so it always keeps us guessing, because the more that we guess, the less power we have in our decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. And it creates a platform of uncertainty, to be honest, because say, for instance, you might take a $6 order, maybe a $6.50, and you kind of have in the back of your head, like, okay, it could possibly be more. I'm not going to be upset if it's not. But there's also times where it might, at least in my market, I've noticed that they will show the full payout. For example, I'll maybe see like an $8 order for, maybe 5 to 6 miles. But nowadays I have to stop myself and realize that on those orders that are a little further, they are showing the full payout. Yeah. But I still feel like it's shady, man. I mean, obviously,
it's definitely shady. I think I'm not surprised. And I think, we have to come to some point where we're going to talk about it, and some might say complain. But at the end of the day, I try to give information and opinion so that, one, because I know there's a lot of new dashers or gig economy workers that are coming to YouTube every day, right? So they might not understand what's really going on. They might be shorting themselves money per hour if they're taking really bad orders, or they're taking long mile ones, or they don't understand that you don't have to take every order, or they don't understand, you can unassign if you're waiting a long time or there's an issue. So some might look at it like we're complaining and, we're talking on deaf ears because maybe DoorDash doesn't care. But at the end of the day, if they don't care, it's fine, because at least maybe we're going to talk to a particular dasher that might get this information and be able to provide more for their family and make more money while they're out there. So that's why I do it. But I think you made a great point. I think your response there to that survey was really, really good, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I actually did share it with the DoorDash community on Reddit, and had mostly good responses. There were a few people being angry and smashing your keyboard isn't really going to solve the problem. But to be fair, I mean, silence isn't going to solve anything either.
Absolutely not. I think if we can have opinions and complain or gripe or whatever, but if we have some solutions to it and we tell them, hey, this is why. If enough people say it, they got to listen. I would hope. And at the end of the day, what's the difference? We could talk to ourselves in our car and MF our radio and tell our husbands and wives and boyfriends and girlfriends, this sucks. Or we can say that we can use that same energy and put it in a survey. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So for me, that's how I feel. But hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thanks for being the first caller.
For sure.
Appreciate the support, and I'll talk to you later,
Absolutely.
man.
All right, man. Well, hey, I'm excited for you to get on Grubhub.
Yeah, as soon as I do it, I'll be making a video for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that you're going to see some good results with it. So good luck with it, man. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate that, man. Have a great night.
You too.
You are live with Pedro Dora Santiago. Who do we have on the phone tonight?
What's up, Lomax? What's good?
Lomax, how are you, my friend?
Man, I'm good, bro. I had commented, I guess your video before this one.
Yeah.
You had responded back to it. I was trying to talk about the little Grubhub. I just started doing it today. Like, I only did 2 orders with them. But it seemed like it was better. But now that I start to look at it and then seeing your comment, you was like, it don't seem like it's better. I guess in a sense it is, for as like, I guess per order, depending on which ones you take. Because
right.
I think the most, the less I've seen probably was $6. But the only thing that's the kicker for it, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, I know. And so what remind us and everybody what market you're in.
All right, I'm in Austin, Texas.
Okay, so that's probably a pretty good sized market, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would imagine. So yeah, the miles, that's the one thing, man. That kind of it doesn't it can be. So I think for somebody that doesn't know their market or streets well and haven't lived there that long, that could be really bad. I know my streets pretty well, and I'm super lucky enough to know that. So I'm still going to be a little nervous because I never used the app before. But I think can you zoom in on that or not?
You can, but see, I'm not really good with like just seeing street names. I'm one of them landmark people, so it's harder for me.
Sure.
So that's the only kicker of it. So I was used to doing a DoorDash thing because I didn't start DoorDash until like probably the same week I found your videos.
Okay.
Like I tried to look at a couple of other people, but it just didn't seem right to me. Like when I seen one of your videos, I just like the energy, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna start watching this.
I appreciate that, man. I got a lot of energy, brother.
Yeah, man, I know. I don't see how you stay so positive with everything going on.
No, I hear you, man. But I got some videos where I'm not that positive. But that's just that happens. You know what I mean? Like, I think when you mention the streets, I think for me, what I try to do is at least on DoorDash, because I'll zoom in and try to figure that out too. I don't know every street that maybe I'm going to be delivering to, but I know like maybe that main street that it's by, and it still kind of gives me a good proximity. So if I can zoom and it says Laclede Avenue, I know, okay, well, I'm in Midtown, Laclede's by South Grand. So, that's probably 3 miles from where I'm at.
It got me a couple of times until I started watching a little bit more of your videos, because I probably watched about 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Well, no, I fell asleep actually watching your videos, and my wife was like, what are you watching? I even watched them in the shower, and I had a loudspeaker, and she was like, why are you always watching that guy?
Dude,
I was like, this is how I'm finding out how to make my money.
Man, you know what though? I appreciate your honesty. I think that's awesome. I'm humbled to hear that. But you know what? I do the same thing, bro. Like I'll be getting ready for work, like going out for the day. And I know certain people, content creators, and what time they load their videos. So I'm like, all right, it's 10 o'clock. So maybe Kim's Side Money Plans has a video about to drop. Maybe UDM's about to drop them some knowledge. And I'll be getting ready, and I'll have it on speaker, and I'll kind of see what's going on and get a little bit of motivation. And that's how I start my day like that too, man. No lie. Yeah.
Yeah, so I already got the notifications for like you and UDM, like you put me on to all these other people, like. And just like you said, if I don't like it, then there's a couple that I try to listen to, like other people, what I'm saying, like giving them a chance, but then it just feel kind of dry, where it loses my interest.
Yeah, sure.
A couple of the people that you recommended that I don't mind listening to them, so I might listen to all y'all, and I can watch it while I'm laying down in bed, like if I don't feel like watching nothing on actual TV,
I hear you, man. No,
it installs into me.
I'm the same way, man. Like I don't watch TV for real. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of YouTube as far as content creators for gig work, but I watch a lot of other stuff. And like I enjoy it, man. Like it's just cool, Ooh, hold on. Hello, you still there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. Somebody was. I was trying to swap. I was trying to. Anyways, but yeah, man. I appreciate the kind words, and remind me again. How long have you been doing gig work? I don't know if you said that or not.
Now it's been probably about a month now.
Okay.
Month and a half around there.
Okay.
So like, I started watching you, and then you start, recommending other people, and then I'll start trying to check them out and see what they got going on, like Animal Hungry and all them.
Yeah.
So like, I'll just watch them and see what they updated us on, and what's new with DoorDash and what they're trying to do and what their experiences was and what yours was. Like, I compare them all, and then to my market, I'll look at it. You know what I'm saying?
You doing this full time or part time?
Well, no, it's part time, but I was doing it heavy. Like, what I would do is I work in the nursing field, so because I control my schedule. So I say, you know what, I don't want to work this week. I don't feel like working hard. I'll just do DoorDash, and I was just only doing DoorDash. But I just got like Uber Eats and Grubhub. So today I actually tried to do 2 orders earlier today. I seen one for $19. I was like, oh, I'm finna get that, and I clicked on it and realized when I dropped them, I got 3 cars, so I jumped in my truck, knowing that my wife liked to drive it until it say empty. So I can't do that order, but it's harder to do it on that app.
Yeah.
The app is kind of weird. Like, normally like on DoorDash, you'll click on the order, and once you accept it, like sometimes you don't know if you accepted the order or not. So I was just driving around, and I had an order that I was supposed to go get. Nobody called me or said anything. Like,
oh, that's crazy. Oh, wow.
For 10 minutes, he didn't know because there was no way that, like, it didn't give me an indication or it didn't say, hey, go pick up this order. DoorDash, you click on it, it's going to say you accepted the order. You're going to get 2 different messages.
Yep.
And it's going to say, it's going to have the directions on there. It's going to try to automatically take you there.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
You got to click on some other stuff. I'm still trying to get used to it. But I did 2 orders and made 31 and some change, so it wasn't too bad.
No, that's good, man. That's
drive there and back.
That's good, yeah.
So it wasn't too bad. So I was like, oh, okay, I like that.
That's good.
Like the way the app is set up.
No, you bring up some good points, man. You bring up some really good points. I appreciate you calling, man. Anything else you want to say to the 137 people out here listening to you?
Nah, man, y'all just keep grinding, man. Make it fun. And like Pedro say, one day at a time. Bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself all day, man. Hey, I appreciate your call, brother. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man. All right, who do we got with Pedro de Santiago tonight?
Hey, how you doing, Pedro? This is the Angry Dasher.
The Angry Dasher. All right. So, Angry Dasher, what do you want to say to me tonight, guys? Or sir?
No. Check this out. You said I was trolling you.
Yeah, well, I want to give you a moment. Why don't you go ahead and tell the people what you said in the comments today?
Hold on. Check this out. I've been doing this for since May.
Okay.
Of this year. I'm down here in Mobile, Alabama. I speak the truth.
Sure.
When I started out, I started watching videos. I ain't saying tell no lies. So, but like I said, I've been doing this ever since May, and I do Uber Eats too. I just started doing Uber Eats in June.
Yeah.
But with DoorDash, I got 1,100 dashes, and with Uber Eats, I got 700.
Okay. That's a lot. That's good.
Like I said,
That's a lot. That's good.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm really in the field with this. You know what I'm saying? And like, I ain't been trolling you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I gonna say tell no lie. I love the lot from you.
No, but hold on. What? Listen, I appreciate you calling. A real man will say something, and then when he gets invited, will call. So I give you big ups for that. But I want you to tell, if you want to, the viewers what you said. You challenged me on something. Do you remember what you said?
What did I say? I said that you really want that.
Yeah, you said that I wasn't dashing and I needed to stop lying to people because I was making money on YouTube now. That's what you said, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right,
are you looking at this?
My thing is, why you won't go live in that? You go live.
Okay, hold on.
You ain't go that bad. I don't understand that.
Okay, hold on. I do video. Can you give me like 1 minute to say something? Okay, I do videos every day. I've been doing videos every day since February. Nobody else does videos every day. I'm the only YouTube creator that does videos every day, right? And I show them. Now, if you've been watching only for the last month, you've been noticing maybe I've been not in my car a lot. But can you see the screen right now? Are you looking at me?
Oh, no. I'm not.
Okay, well, you can look back on a replay. I'll show you my phone. I dash every day. Angry Dasher. So this is my phone on the screen. Oh, I can't see it. Damn it. It's okay. I'm going to scroll. Listen, anyway, I dash every day. Okay. I don't feel like I need to prove anything to anybody, but I dash every day. And I think I show that every single day. I started dashing Monday and I didn't work today. So I worked 6 days this week. And the beginning of this thing, I said I made $1,023 between Uber and DoorDash. So I'm not somebody out here just sitting in a chair. I dash every day, and I have over 5,000 deliveries under my belt in a year and a half.
Okay.
So I'm not somebody that is going to just, I'm speaking from experience. And if anything, I probably dash more than you do.
I doubt that. I seriously doubt that.
How many hours did you work this week?
Oh, like I really, I just do it like Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm in a very good market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, I just started this in May the 3rd.
Sure. So I've been doing it. I've been doing it full time since January of this year. I started last year, so it's been a year and a half. But I've been full time for 8.5 months. But I dash every day, brother. I dash 6 days this week. You only dash 5. So if you want to tell me, I'm spreading lies, I kind of take a little bit of offense to that because I dash every day. So.
Okay.
So, any other questions you got?
Huh?
Any other questions you want to ask me or the viewers?
No, like another thing to the viewers, like a lot of them be like, a lot of people like, this what I did. Sometimes just call customer service or DoorDash or with Uber and ask them how's their day going. You get more orders. Good orders. I'm serious.
So you think if we call customer support and ask them how they're doing, we might get better orders?
No, right. Just give them a thumbs up. Tell them that you've been getting trash orders. That's what I did in May.
Hey, if that works for you, man, I'm not gonna. Everybody's got to do their own thing. I've never even thought about that. But if you're saying it works for you, that's great. But hey, listen, I appreciate you calling, but I want you to know this channel, man. I am completely transparent, and anybody can ask me any question. And if you want to ask questions in the comments, as long as you're being respectful, I will always answer them, and I will never lie. I've said that since day one on my channel. But I dash every day, so I just wanted to clear the record with you on that. And I'm not somebody that is out here making money on YouTube. Now, I make money on YouTube, but that's not my income, right? Most of my income comes from gig work, and I'm out here every single day. So I just wanted you to know that. So.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Yeah.
I appreciate you calling, man.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
Woo! That was fun. All right. Pedro de Santiago, who do we got on the line tonight?
Mr. Flex.
Mr. Flex, what's up, man? Hey, last time you waited till the end of the call. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What up, folks? What's up, everybody? I just wanted to say to the Angry Dash, you probably don't watch enough Pedro because you just assume that he doesn't dash every day. He might not dash like every single day because he's got the baby, just the baby just came by and everything. But
yeah,
you could tell that the man dashes every day by just providing you videos every single day.
Every day, man. Every
videos. If you watch my videos, you can see that I dash every day.
Yep.
And just the same, I show the phone. Just to back up. Just to back yourselves up.
See, I just tried to do that, but I don't think you guys can see it because what I see is it looks like it's just.
Pedro, you gotta let it sit, and the camera needs to adjust. If anything, you have to turn down the brightness on the phone.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah. You know what though? I'm not gonna even bother y'all with that. But I dash every day. I took today off. So. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. But
yeah.
If you really wanted to, you could take a long screenshot and put it as
right.
But there's no need to because majority of people know that you dash every day, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think somebody like
true.
Somebody like you're doing your lives, right? That's your channels. You're live, and it's great, and you do it every day. For me, I did a lot of ride-alongs. Like if you look back on I got more ride-alongs than anybody, bro. Besides you, you have the most ride-alongs, and I'm number 2. Like I have over 200 videos of me talking and ranting and raving as I'm doing deliveries. And just in the last month, since my daughter's been born, I've been doing like more news stuff and then mixing in some ride-alongs. So I think maybe this guy just started watching me in the last month. That would be my guess. But you know,
you produce like two videos a day sometimes.
Yeah,
3 videos.
Right. So you know, it was kind of funny. And when he said that in the comments, I said, "Hey, I'm going live tonight. Why don't you go ahead and call in?" And I'll give him credit. He called in. So at the end of the day, I'll respect him for that. So.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good that he called in. And, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like some folks like, hey, I made this much and that much, and I'm like, buddy, just drop a screenshot of the Discord. You know, you got my Discord. No, I don't have to prove myself. Come on, bro.
Right? Yeah. No, that's you know, some people they'll even make videos and they're holding up wads of money and like, you know, that's not what this channel's about. And everybody can do what they want, but at the end of the day, like, you know, like we
help each other out.
We're just helping each other out. Yeah.
Never put anybody down.
Yeah, that's all it's about. And we trying to give people, you know, I try to help new people and
motivate each other.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right, man. That's exactly right. You couldn't have said it better, man. How did you work today? How'd you do?
I pulled in 276 today.
Nice. You did
my $1,019 for the week.
Nice.
A little bit more than my usual, but I'm satisfied because I made $1,000 for the week.
I mean, any week you can make $1,000 is a good week, in my opinion. Regardless of the market, if you're making $1,000 a week, that's a great week.
And I don't multi-app. This is just DoorDash, just straight up DoorDash.
That's impressive, man. I mean, I just started multi-apping, so I remember I'd be able to do those numbers with just DoorDash, but like you got to be grinding, you know?
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, sometimes there's days I'll be just snoozing at the house.
Yeah.
Just relaxing.
Yeah.
And I'll make some decent money, but some days, you'll go all day and just make $100.
Yeah, right. No, I've had those days for sure.
Every day is a different day. It's not like you're standing behind a conveyor belt and stamping candy. it's every day is a different day.
That's facts, man. Yeah, brother. Hey, Flex, I appreciate you calling, my friend.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's get some other calls in.
You good, man?
Everybody have a good one.
Thanks, man. Talk to you later, brother.
See you later, brother.
All right, man. Right, Pedro Dura Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Hey, it's Gig Cleveland. How you doing, Pedro?
Gig, what's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. What you want to talk about tonight?
No, I was going to talk about safety issues like you were talking about earlier.
Yes, let's get into it.
And, the guy's name was Noel. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Bajoku or Noel or Noel, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Hey, recipes. Like I said, I had an order today from Grubhub that was like $27. It was going 9 miles, but it was going into an area where I knew it was a high crime zip code. And I refused it. And people would say, "Oh my God, it's $27 for 9 miles. Why don't you take it?"
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth going through there. Even during the day, I wouldn't take it. So you have to put yourself above anything else for safety. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, you're right, man. I think, and let me ask you a question. When you declined that offer, was it dark outside or was it still light outside?
It was still light, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's certain zip codes that I know in my area because there's a website called Crime Statistics where you can actually look up your zip code and see what the crime rate is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 6 different zip codes I do not deliver to. Because there's a crime like one every 15 minutes or something like that.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
So I forgot what the website is. I would have to put it into the chat, but those certain ones I don't go into just because number one, you're not supposed to have I'm not supposed to have my CCW while I'm dashing anyways out of the terms of service because you get in trouble for that. It's not worth risking. You know what I mean?
It's It's not worth risking, man. It's not. I think maybe you can make a few extra bucks here and there, but at what cost? And the good thing about the work that we do is we have the freedom, flexibility, and to make any decision we want, right? To take an order, to turn it on, to turn it off. So, I mean, some people are going to say, "Oh, I'm just going to take everything and I'll figure it out." But that's what they want to do. But like for me, like I've definitely delivered to some spots that were a little questionable. And then I thought, you know what, was that $8 order really worth it? And the answer is always no for me.
No, it's not. And the thing is, too, is that, there's always, especially on Sunday, it's going to be a lot of orders because Sunday's is traditionally a very busy day anyways.
Right.
Especially for shift because it was just, because kids are going back to school this week. So a lot of Giant Eagle orders, a lot of, Meijer orders, a lot of Target orders in the evening because everybody's going to school. So, and he was busy enough. So it's like there's always orders there. Even on a slow day, it wouldn't take that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that's a good point, man. And, I think today's Sunday. So I think I woke up, I guess it was Friday morning when I saw the news story or when I was made aware of it, of the gentleman that, got murdered. And I thought, man, it made me think of some of the situations I was in when I was doing Uber rideshare and like dropping people off and picking up at like 2 a.m. And like, I thought, man, like, I don't know if I ever do rideshare again late at night. Only because you never know what could happen. In my city in St. Louis, our crime rate here is pretty high in St. Louis, nationwide. Like it's bad. We got some dangerous areas. Yeah. So,
But like I said, in St. Louis, where do you usually dash in? Do you dash downtown? Let me ask you a question.
So yeah, good question. So I dash in what's considered Webster Groves, but it's like in the cusp of downtown, South City. And so some of the areas that I dash in are not fantastic. But I can make good money there. But I do downtown, and then I'll go to like Central West End, and I'll go to Clayton U City a little bit. Those are kind of my spots. But my market is really, I'm lucky in the way that all those 3 areas or 4 areas I just mentioned are all within 10 miles of each other. Like it's a very, very, very close. So there'll be one day where I'm in all 4 of those zones in one day, but they're separated by just a few miles each. So I'm all over the place, man.
Well, I appreciate you taking the call. You have a good rest of your night.
No problem, man. Thanks, Geek Cleveland. Appreciate you, man.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Some great calls. I know you guys are calling in. Just keep calling. I'll keep taking these calls. If you don't get through the first time, please try again. Here we go. You are live. Pedro Dores Santiago live on Sunday. Who we got on the line?
Hi, Pedro. It's Kim from Kim's Side Money Plans. How are you?
Kim, thank you. You called last week and this week. I feel honored. How are you, dear?
Good. I'm just ending my night, so I missed a little bit of your first part of it, but just seeing how you're doing with Uber, I'm telling you, I told you it was life-changing.
Man, you know what? So it is. And, you know me, I was always DoorDash only. And then I had the Uber ride share and I did that. And I would occasionally turn on Uber Eats when DoorDash was slow. But Kim, I thank you for your advice because the true game changer is, and why I want everybody to hear this, you just got to have them both on from the beginning. And I just keep that Uber on in the background or whatever. And like, I don't get as many offers as I do from DoorDash, but most of the ones are better. And it keeps me, I'm making more money. Without that this week, if I just did DoorDash, I probably would have made $800. So having both of them on, I made a couple extra $100. So it's been great.
Yeah, no, for me, it was like a complete game changer when I first started doing it. And I always say that it wasn't, in my market, it's not the busiest app by any means. It's still DoorDash, but the pays are so much better than DoorDash that when you get those orders, like they're like just completely blow your mind that you wish it was as busy as DoorDash was just because you'd be making a killing if it was.
Yeah.
Talking about Grubhub, because I just started Grubhub, and it's kind of almost the same as Uber. It's not as good as Uber, at least in my market. It's a little bit slower than Uber, but you still get those 1 or 2 orders that are fantastic, and you're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, I think, from what I've heard from Grubhub is the offers in St. Louis, anyway, from other drivers I've talked to, you're not going to get a lot, but you can easily, the ones that you get are going to be pretty good, even if there's not like a big tip because the base pays better.
Yeah.
But I think I'm excited to try it out because if anything, it'll just, maybe I'll do a little bit less maybe four less DoorDash orders a day, and then I'll supplement those with a couple extra Grubhubs, and then make a little bit more money but do less work. So I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean, the whole entire thing, which I find with even like multi-apping, is the biggest thing is it just gives you, so much more opportunities that, you have more to choose from. So you might be cherry picking more, but the offers are better in the long run. You end up making more money.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think somebody that, I would say, and I don't know what you feel about this, but I definitely think if you're going to multi-app, the one prerequisite I would say, and one recommendation I'd make to somebody that's new, is make sure you've done enough orders to where your merchants and like your area and your market pretty well, and then you could really maximize the multi-apping. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I agree. I am a person who just kind of takes one order at a time. But yeah, as long as you know your area and you know your restaurants, and timing in restaurants is really big too. I mean, knowing where I think I said this yesterday, was, nothing the timing, especially with Uber, because it gives you the time.
Yeah.
Know a restaurant's quicker than what the time's going to be. You can turn around that order so much more quicker than what they're actually telling you, and you can move on to the next order. So, yeah, I definitely think knowing your area and knowing your restaurants, where your grab-and-go restaurants are, like, really key, and having in your head, okay, I'm always going to go to this restaurant, or I'm never going to this restaurant, no matter what offer comes in.
Absolutely right. Yeah. You bring up a good point. Like, you got to know also, like, hey, I've tried that place 2-3 times. I've been burned every time. It's not a good experience. And, sometimes for me, I know regardless of the dollar amount, I'm not going to Wendy's. It could say $12 for like 2 miles. And I still say no, because I know I could be there for 45 minutes. And $12 for 45 minutes isn't great for me in my market, at least. So, yeah, you bring up a good point for sure.
That's all I got for you.
Kim, you're fabulous. Hey, guys, go check out our channel, Kim's Side Money Plans. Thanks, Kim.
Thanks, Pedro.
All right, bye. That's my girl right there. I'm getting a refill. Next caller, let's go. You are live with Pedro, DoorDash Santiago, and 156 people. Who do we got on the line tonight?
Hey, Pedro, this is Reuben. How's it going?
Reuben, how are you, my friend? What's up, man?
Never had a bad day.
I like to hear that. What do you want to talk about tonight, man?
So I just did my first week, small town door dashing.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Thanks. It's too small of a town for Uber Eats. I've signed up. I've turned it on. I've gotten nothing. 2 different days, I got nothing. There's no Grubhub. There's no Instacart. It's just DoorDash. First week, I grinded, but I made just under $1,000. I'm maybe like $15 away after tips.
In your first week?
First week.
That's a great week, man. How many hours did you put in?
I'm a grinder, so it was probably at least 10 hours every day.
Yeah, I was just gonna guess. My guess, and I was close. I was gonna say you probably did 70 hours, right?
Okay, it's very possible. So, like, here's the thing: in this town, nothing. There's a few things in the morning. I tried out the morning, like hardly anything happened in the morning until about 11.
Yeah.
And then by 10:30, even on a weekend, like 10 o'clock, everything's done. Like on the weekday, like there's nothing. Like if you open up the regular DoorDash app, the restaurants are closed. It's pickup only. So 10 is basically, and even on the weekend it's 10:30. Everything's closed at that point.
Really?
So there's no point in getting up early. There's no point in staying up late. But I grinded it. I went in every day. But now I'm 20. I live kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So like, if I'm going, I'm staying. Like I got to drive 20 miles to get to the place, or 16 miles, 20 minutes. So I'm not going to come home. I'm just going to stay out.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. I did the same thing, and I do it now. Like I work very, very close to where I live, so I could go home anytime and like chill for 30 minutes if it's slow. But I stay out because I always, and this is probably my own mental issue, right? But like I tell myself, like, if I go home, maybe I'm missing on if I turn it off and go home, I might be missing on a really good one, you know? Or if I go home for 30 minutes, maybe I'm missing out on $20. So I try to stay out, even sometimes when it's a little slower, at least in my market, because like, let's say from 2 to 4, there's not a lot of dashers out in my market. So I'll stay out so that I can make that, let's say $40, so I can end my day earlier rather than going home and like coming back out. But you know.
I think also the cool thing is I probably lost about 10 pounds this last week.
Really? Just from all the running and stuff like that?
Well, it's not so much about running. It's like, so I've been, and I'm not recommending this as a diet to anyone. Like everyone's body's different and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to do intermittent fasting. I was kind of like peaked, and I'm just like not losing weight. And I started like skipping days of eating, and like that started working for me. And the nice thing about DoorDash is if it keeps me busy, I'm not even thinking about food.
No, I hear you.
I'm like all into the dash, right? So so like I'll just skip a day of eating, and like the pounds have just been coming off. It's been great.
Well, hold on. Let me first off say congrats on that, but you got to eat. So bring some snacks, brother. You got to eat sometimes.
Like I know my body. I've done an 8-day like water only fast.
Yeah.
Skipping a day for me because I won you. And this has been healthy for me. Like I've been good. Like
that's awesome, man.
I've got some reserve to lose, so it's okay.
No, that's really cool to hear because you're kind of, you know, you got your first week under your belt and you're dropping some LBs on the belt. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty cool. Like that's, you know, you're doing two good things at once. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, and I honestly I think like this whole like deal. Because I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for about 15 years, and you know, I've got a big project I'm taking on right now, and unfortunately, what happened was I just put too much money into it, and I was like, oh crap! Like some things fell through, some stuff wasn't working out, and I was like, I got to make some money.
Yeah.
I got to make some money because I actually have people that work for me.
Yeah,
I'm like. I got to meet payroll and stuff like that, and like it sounds kind of silly, but like I've got some projects still coming up that I'm like I just need a gap. I can't really go get a job.
Yeah.
Right. So like it's not fair to me. It's not fair to the business because like I'm gonna leave in a few weeks, right? Like like DoorDash gives an entrepreneur that opportunity to say, hey, you know what? You need some extra cash this week, and you can kind of focus on this and just make some cash. I could do that.
Man, so you know what? That is really, really inspiring to hear because I am working on becoming my own business owner, helping other small businesses in my market. And, you know, I'm going to be doing that next year. That's the plan. It's what I'm building towards. But like, it's awesome to hear somebody that has their own business or projects or whatnot, and they've invested money and time into it. But then you realize, okay, hold up. I got to get some more cash flow. And that's what's really great about the gig work that we do is because you can do that. You can make $1,000 if you got that hustler spirit and you got some time in a car. You could make $1,000, and that's a good cash flow that you're about to get on this coming Tuesday or Wednesday, or if you cashed out, that's $1,000. That's nothing to sneeze about, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I did have to call in some clients and say, hey, you haven't paid.
Sure.
You know, like I was doing everything I could, and I'm like, I just gotta make more. Like, I need some more to get me through this little hump. And like,
hey man, that's
and I'm in a small town, like 20,000 people.
Wow.
Like, the drive is mostly about a 3 mile by 3 mile radius.
So that's a small radius. Wow.
So we're like a tiny town. There's a college here, so that's probably why the population's a little bit higher. But like it's a small town. I mean, you get some orders out to the next town and stuff every once in a while.
Yeah.
So and I do try to stick to the $1 per mile rule.
Sure, well, for sure. And I think, you know, if you got the colleges, they're going to be coming back. So is that going to make you busier, or not? I would imagine, right? Yeah, you're going to have some of those college orders, teachers, students. You just got more of an influx in the small town. When you have colleges coming back, you might add 25% to your town. You know what I mean? Or what, depending on what kind of college it is, you know? So
seriously,
that's cool, man.
I'm enjoying it. It fits my personality.
Yeah.
Which is just like, get up and fix and do something. I'm like the fixer, right? Like get up, fix something, move on.
I'm the same way, man.
I love the adrenaline rush
yes.
of the dash, and I get excited about it. I got on Friday, I got my biggest order. I got a $64 delivery for a catering from Applebee's, which was awesome.
Wow. Yeah, man. I'm the same way, man. I'm actually managed Applebee's a lifetime ago. I just left the casino this January. I managed restaurants, and at the casino, I was managing like 12 different outlets. And like, so I'm used to working hard, you know? So like for me, it's fun and it's almost easy to get in my car, make videos and make money. It's enjoyable. I get almost like a rush sometimes. Now I get aggravated because sometimes, you know, you get the run of like 10 orders in a row for like $2 a piece. And it's like, come on. But at the end of the day, like it's still not hard and it's fun to me sometimes. So you bring up a good point.
We had a hailstorm come through here the other day, and I'm like, well, you know, I'll get some sympathy money. So I kept going.
Yeah.
And I did get one that I accepted like right before the hailstorm started.
Yeah.
The storm, it was like you could feel there was some type of storm coming.
Yeah.
And it was like across the street. Like it was not a long one. But then the hailstorm came, and it was basically a no tip. It was basically it was like a $275 total, no tip.
Oh wow!
Because no one else would take it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And I thought, well, you know what? I'm going out in the hail. I'm like, get out of my car and take it to this hotel. Maybe she'll leave you a tip.
You would think, but
I didn't get a tip. Nobody.
Well, hey man, it's your first week, so I'm not going to hold it against you. It's all right.
Yeah. Hey, quick question for you.
Yeah.
So here's my biggest question, right?
Okay.
Because my acceptance rate is over 70% now. I'm hovering around 80 right now. I just try to, because it's a small town, the distances aren't long, right?
Okay,
so
right.
If it's a small order, some people I know will like, I'm not taking anything, less than $4. And I'm like, you know what? If I got to go 2 miles, I'll take a $4 one. Like, that's fine. It's a small town. I can do this, right? And, if it's around the corner, I might even take a no-tip one just to keep my acceptance rate up. It depends on the time. Obviously, if it's dinner rush time, I don't want to take that and miss out on the other stuff. But honestly, I mean, just from looking at past businesses, past experience, I think we all instinctively know that DoorDash wants us to have a high acceptance rate, right? It's good for them. It's good for their look, for their company, and from their perspective, for the community. If you were just starting out, would you try to maintain that above 70 acceptance rate?
So
because out of the thought that potentially in the future, DoorDash is going to actually reward those people higher. So they're going to give them more business, and maybe that's why I've done so well, because I'm gonna be
100% honest with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Acceptance rate doesn't matter, but depending on your market, maybe there's if you're above 70%, it's considered like top dasher, and some people think maybe they'll send you better offers. I want to give you I'm going to challenge you on this, okay?
Yep.
This past week, you got a small market now, so it's hard for me to know really, really 100%. But I would, my guess would be if your acceptance rate right now was, let's say 50% instead of 70, you would have made what you made and worked probably 15 hours less. So if I were you, when I would see a $4 order going 2 miles as an example, right? I would say maybe I don't want to take it and I'll wait a couple minutes. Maybe I'll get a $6 going 2 miles. You know what I mean? So, and I'm only speaking from experience because I've been down to 0% acceptance rate twice in the last 3 months, and they still send me really, really, really good offers.
Yeah, I'm not questioning that that's the current state of DoorDash's policy.
But you're talking like months from now.
I'm talking maybe years from now, when they may come out and say, hey, look, we're going to take this into more consideration. We're going to do more about this. We're going to, because those, I mean, as you've seen over the last few years, DoorDash has changed a lot of policies, and they're probably not going to stop doing that.
Right. No, I think they're ever changing. They're testing things. I feel like in the last 2 months, there's a new beta test in some market or another about this procedure or policy or what they're going to show us or where they want us to go or what they're going to pay us. They're ever evolving and adapting and changing. But for me, like, my acceptance rate, that number in the beginning kind of mattered. It doesn't now because I've learned it doesn't matter. And my market's so busy that the algorithm, there's so many orders they got to just keep sending out that I could literally decline, 20, 30 in a row sometimes. Now that's not normal, but it's happened. And then I still get a great $20 order going 2 miles.
Yeah, so my market is not that busy. I've got lots of hours where I'm just sitting waiting.
Right. I would say this. The only thing I would say to give you a little bit of advice, right, is I would never deliver somebody that didn't tip me. And this is why. For me, this is my personal, you take it how it's going to adapt to your market and your business plan. But for me, I don't want to enable that behavior. And then secondly, I always feel like I just got to be a little patient, and I don't want to take a $2.75 because there might be a $4 order or $5 order. And I know that person tipped me $1, $2, $3, and that order is going to be better. And also historically, from when we've seen contract violations and customers saying they didn't get their food, it's typically on orders that they didn't leave a tip, and that can get you in trouble. So you got to be really careful with that. You know what I mean? But hey,
I've gotten all 5-star reviews from people. I got one 1-star review. No feedback. I have no idea why.
It could have been they didn't like the way the food tasted, and who knows?
I had 2 orders where I had to wait in line way too long, and I was too new to know that I should have unassigned it, right? And so it could have been one of those, but I don't know. Like, I agree with everything. Like a lot of the things you said on your videos. I think, honestly, the one thing that DoorDash should do better is transparency. Like if they were just transparent, I think they would dominate the market. Like if they just told the customer, hey, this is how much we pay our drivers. Hey, this is, maybe not call it a tip, maybe call it a driver fee, right?
Yeah.
Like do a driver fee or something like that. But just, even if they don't do that, I Googled, and I think Google's different in every city, right?
Right.
When I Googled, how much should you tip a DoorDash driver?
Yeah.
There was some article up there on, I forget, it's like driver portal or I don't know, something like that. That came up at the top.
Yeah.
And it basically implied that we got a base pay of $11 an hour.
Oh.
Right? And if I were a consumer, and I read that, I'd think, I don't need to tip these guys.
Yeah.
They're getting $11 an hour. That's and plus a tip. Like, I don't tip the people at McDonald's that are getting $11 an hour.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
So I went and I wrote up a comment on there, and it's moderated, so I don't know if they'll post it. And I wasn't mad. I just kind of said, hey, look, there's some differences, different markets. Like I get 0 to 4 orders every hour, and 4 is rare.
Mm-hmm.
0 happens, multiple times, several times throughout the week. One, 2, or 3 are probably most common, right?
Mm-hmm.
During my day. And so to imply that we get $11 an hour is really, really misleading to people.
It is. And DoorDash and these companies have to be more transparent. And my opinion is if the transparency starts at the consumer's end when they're on the app ordering, and for me, if they're more transparent in the beginning and throughout that transaction, and even at the end after they get it, saying, hey, you can leave your Dasher more money, or how was it? Then that will in turn give us better offers and allow us to make better money, and things will be better, because a lot of customers still don't even know that we don't work for McDonald's. They think McDonald's offering free delivery. Oh, they got somebody that's employed there making $15 an hour now that's delivering my food. They don't understand necessarily that it's a DoorDash person, right? So there's a lot of misconceptions, I think, within the industry. But
as soon as I get an order, I've got this one app. it basically will let me like set up copy and paste stuff. So I send people, I say, hey, this is Reuben, I'm your DoorDash driver. If you have, if you have any requests or whatever, let me know. And when I get there, I just click a button because I got it all pre-scripted, and I just pull up that different keyboard, and I can automatically put those things. Like I get there, I say, hey, I've arrived, I'm getting your food. Hey, I got your food, I'm on my way. And then I send them a follow-up. Hey, thanks for using DoorDash. Anyway, so I've been very communicative.
It sounds like you had a good week, man. Keep that going. I want to leave you with this. You're learning your market, and if it worked for you, keep doing it. But don't be afraid to hit that decline button a little bit more. I think you might make. I'm not saying this is facts. You might make the same and work a little bit less. So just maybe call in next Sunday, and if you try that out, let us know how it goes, my friend.
Cool. Sorry for going over. Thanks.
No. Hey, man, you're good. I appreciate you calling. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
You are live with Pedro Dora Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight? Hello, you are live. Thought we had somebody. So go ahead and call in. So that Dasher, 70 hours, $1,000 first week. That's not bad. He sounds like he's in a very small market. He's grinding. He's hustling. I respect it. I think if he took a little bit less orders, he might have made the same, but worked a little bit less hours. But good call. Pedro Dora Santiago, you are live. Who do we have on the phone tonight?
Pedro, it's Kyle from Buffalo, New York.
Kyle from Buffalo. What's up? You a Bills fan?
Go Bills.
Man, they just signed Josh Allen. That's a big deal for them, man.
He's supposed to be another, so they say.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Franchise QB like Jim Kelly, but
yeah.
He's
So
the second highest paid quarterback besides Mahomes.
I know, it's crazy. He's pretty good, man. But what do you want to talk about tonight, my friend?
I just want to say I've been doing gig work since the beginning of the pandemic, and I've been following your channel for the last 6 months now.
Okay.
And the last guy you were just speaking with,
yeah,
that was his first week in a small market, like 3x3.
Yeah.
And I just want to go from my experience. I'm like in a bigger market, but my first week I made $1,500 and I worked 55 hours. And after that, I've never made more than $1,500 in a week.
So do you think that first week you were sent more offers because you were new, or did you have some kind of challenge, or why do you think you peaked at your first week?
I believe that since I was new, they sent me offers because I was sitting in a big plaza out in the suburbs, and I was talking to other Dashers, and I was getting, they're like, oh, I've been door dashing for a year, 2 years, and I was getting higher paid offers my very first week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I just got a $12 order, and like, I haven't got an order in 10 minutes. And now that I've been doing it, my acceptance rate is like 16%.
So are you thinking that a higher acceptance rate gives you better offers? Or are you not thinking
No.
that? Okay.
No,
okay.
you gotta be like you said, you gotta be smart, know your market, and know the restaurants.
Yeah. How do you think Buffalo is going to be affected when football season starts in your market for deliveries? Are you going to help you or hurt you? Because I know Buffalo, the Bills Mafia, man, they go hard on Sundays.
Last year when I was delivering during the Bills games, Sundays were super busy all the time.
Okay, so for you it's a good thing. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I know they tailgate and Bills Mafia, man. Bill on Sundays, it's a big deal out there. I know that.
Oh, it definitely is.
That's cool. So what do you do this full time right now? You said?
Yeah, currently full time. Yeah, I had a good accounting job at a bank and the pandemic, and I was one of the lower men, and they tried to do working from home, and it just wasn't working out. I wasn't getting what I needed to get when I was in the office, because
more sales, more money, you know.
Right.
So I was doing insurance and accounting, and I'm like, you know what, it's not even working out. So they let me go. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do unemployment because I'm not the type of person to sit around. I'm like DoorDash, and then I was doing DoorDash, and ever since then I've just been doing DoorDash. Once in a while I do Uber, but I had a very bad experience with Uber, so I will not do Uber ever again in my life or any ride share.
So you had a bad experience. You had a bad experience with a ride share, right? Not Uber Eats.
Oh, yeah, ride share.
Yeah, those are. I've done a lot of that myself, and it definitely can be dangerous and sketchy, and you got to be super careful, man. I've had some experiences myself as well, man. I hear you. But,
and it was out in the suburbs too. It wasn't even a bad area. It wasn't. And I delivered hoods all the time.
Yeah, no, it can happen anywhere. Yeah, I've.
Oh yeah, it definitely happens, and it was like a big deal. I had to literally take my keys out the car. The guy ended up kicking out my back window. Cops were called. He got arrested, and
that's crazy, man. Wow. Sorry. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I got some crazy stories too, but yeah, nothing quite like that. But that's nuts, man. Hey, brother,
I'll never do rideshare, but I just wanted to say that I love your channel. Everything that you say and your videos every day is great, positive. I just can't wait for your channel to blow up because you're going to get a lot of viewers like you. And I remember 5 months ago, you only had a couple hundred viewers.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, man. It's been
first couple of videos making $200 a day.
Yeah,
that's what I strive to do in 6 hours.
Yeah, it's been super humbling, and $200 a day was always my thing, and then I had a stretch where it was hard to do that, and now I'm getting back to where I added Uber Eats, and now I'm able to do that again. It feels really good. So, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in, and go Bills, man.
Yeah, go Bills.
All right, talk to you later, brother. You too.
Bye.
You're alive with Pedro Dora Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Hey, dude, it's actually Darcy Best.
What's up? How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. Hey, don't be nervous. Why are you being nervous? You good?
I have a few speech impediments when I get kind of nervous. But
hey, so how are you?
I'm doing great. Honestly, I just wanted to say, like, thank you so much for what you did for me last week. I think it was your last live stream.
Yeah, it was last Sunday. Yeah.
That was beyond, like, that was the nicest thing I could ever ask for, and that meant the world to me.
Wow, I appreciate you saying that, but to be honest, I saw, you know, I watched a lot of YouTube, and I saw like a video of yours, and I was like, I click on new stuff all the time, right? Because I'm just like, I like to know what's out there, and like I like to watch different things. And I saw the one video you did about the cover, and I was like mesmerized. I watched the whole thing, and I was like, who is this person? I was like, she's awesome. And then I saw some of your other stuff, and I was like, this is very unique. It's different. And I love that you went down that rabbit hole, and like you took us along that journey with you. And I don't plug Cover. I don't know much about it. I don't have it, but I know other people do. And I thought, this is like a truth seeker, and I'm like, I'm all for that kind of stuff. And
dude, thank you so much.
I love that. And I could tell, you know, one video you made, you were talking about like, you seem like nervous maybe, and that's why I mentioned it now. Like you were just like starting to do this, and I was like, I remember when I was like that, and I was like,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I'm shaking when I'm making those videos. I'm not used to that.
No, neither am I. Like at first, you know, but it was just so. I don't know. You seem like a really cool person, and like I like to vibe with people's energy. And I was like, this person needs some people to watch that video in particular, and more people need to watch it. And can you just give us a moment to talk about what we're talking about to the viewers?
Yeah, you mean just like explain it or something?
Yeah, like so talk about your channel for a minute, and then just that video that you did. You can just give us a brief couple minutes about like what that was about for you.
Yeah. I guess just to start off like with the channel stuff, I kind of just started the channel really out of boredom, and like I'm really into like comedy. I really like making people laugh, so I was just like, how do I mix this in? So I'm still kind of figuring it out and trying out new things. But as far as the cover thing goes, yeah, I mean, I've been paying for it for a while. I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. I've seen so many YouTubers promote it and stuff, and I was just like, what am I actually paying for here? So I've never expected to find what I found, just like, at first I was just like, okay, let me just see if this is actually worth it at these different price points, right? And the rabbit hole was a rabbit hole, and it went really deep, and I was shocked by the end. I mean, because that was real time for me. I was going through it. Yeah. But it was basically Cover when I started going into like the DNS and like the domain address and locating who had actually created this website and owned it, and who was the like company owner of Cover. It's like went into a ton of different forums, a ton of different people just mentioned like, hey, this guy has made so many domains that linked to Bitcoin scams, services that they never followed up on, besides Cover, like other service offering websites. And once I started reading that, I was like, what the hell? And then like their address is linked to like a museum for like dildos, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's kind of like a little trolly. Like, I don't know, if you're in a space business, you don't do that. Like, you put real information down.
No,
so
yeah.
They just had a lot of links to very fraudulent activity. I mean, their own domain address is it's bought from Willa, which is linked to a ton of offshore accounts, like fraud. They have no sanctions on them, no laws. Basically, it's just like it's literally called Dog Island. So there's a lot of red flags for Cover.
I didn't, I don't have it, and I don't know a lot about it. I was only told about it, and you hear it in passing. So when I was watching the video, I was like, I was surprised, but then like not surprised at the end. You know what I mean? Because like this, unfortunately, these kind of companies are very, very common, and they prey on people that not having information and not being informed, and then all they need to do is get a few people to sign up, and you know what I mean? And it's scary.
And they just run off. Like they got their money, they're good, whatever. And and of course, like you said, like a lot of people, don't look into it, and they just trust like this nice looking website, and they're YouTubers promoting it. So like, how damn, I trust this person. I don't know this person, obviously, but like I feel like I have a connection with this YouTuber, and they're telling me this is great. I need this. Like it's going to save me a lot of money if I actually just read it. It's literally nothing. Like you're just giving money away for no reason.
Yeah, so, it is. And we got some people in the chat. Can you tell us the name of your channel?
So the name of my channel is Dash Your Past, but I think you have to type it as one word instead of the spaces, because I remembered Val tried to type it in, and he's like, but what, I can't find your channel, so I think you have to type it with like no spaces, but Dash or Pass is my channel.
Dash or Pass. And for those of you that have a hard time finding it, if you go to my channel, you can see who I'm subscribed to, and I'm subscribed to this channel, so you can find it that way as well. Hey, I appreciate you calling in tonight. Thank you for staying up. I know you said you might be sleeping, but
I really appreciate you, Pedro. You have a good night.
No problem. Talk to you later. All right. Good call. I got to take a small pause break, guys. What we got in the line here? Oh, hold up. All right, you are live. Who do we got in the line tonight?
Yeah, you can take if you want. I heard you say you.
Hello?
My name is Alan.
Alan, how are you doing? What do you want to talk about tonight?
Oh yes. I was calling because I just saw your show.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, everybody can hear you.
Well, I saw your channel and I subscribed, and I like that you read comments and you respond back. That's amazing nowadays. I just wanted to say that DoorDash is pretty good. I started off with Uber Eats, making a lot of money, probably like 130 a day.
That's great.
And it's not a lot of money for you guys, but for me it was something else,
hey,
man.
$130 is good, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so I saw some videos. I switched to DoorDash, and then I started making like $200 a day, but it was all a day. I'm talking about 7 a.m. to 11. No, 7 to like 2. Then it gets too hot and too trafficy. Then I go home and come back out around 5:30 to like 11. That's how I make my money on DoorDash now.
So that's a long day, though.
I know. My market is I'm in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay.
And it's like the only thing we're known for is this is where Selena lived and died.
Oh, no, not Selena. Selena's. Like they said in the movie.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So once again, how long have you been doing this? You said.
I've been doing it like 6-7 months. I had. Hello, Santiago.
Yeah. You said 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, and I'm kind of nervous about the taxes because I always like flop in that category. There's always some problem.
Well, I would say, taxes is tricky, man, and you're going to get I'm not a tax expert, but, I put away a little bit of money every single day. I actually put into my checkings and put into my savings money that I think I will need at the end of the year. And I'm going to pay somebody a little bit of money to help me do my taxes. But you definitely have to plan for that. Otherwise, you can definitely get yourself caught up. So be thinking about that, man.
Thanks, man. And I just want to end by saying, I appreciate it. Just keep going. And the algorithm seems to be hidden for you. And I can't wait till you hit 100,000 and then 1 million, man.
Oh, man. You're very kind, my friend. Thank you very much.
And let me end with a couple of things I hate from DoorDash.
Go ahead.
Getting to the place and you leave your car running and then it's like 20 minutes and you get back and you already lost a quarter tank. And getting to apartments and you go up 3 flights of stairs and you're at the right building, but then it's the other side.
Yeah.
Like 233. So just confusing stuff and people will take too long. Thank you very much, man.
No problem, man. Hey, God bless you and have a good night, brother. Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye.
All right, you are live with Pedro Dura Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Pedro, what's up, man? It's Phil.
Phil, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Is this the Phil that I think we've been commenting back and forth in the comments, right? Yeah. What do you want to talk about tonight, man?
Man, I got a lot on my mind. It's been a long summer. I've been doing it full time all summer. Doing all 3 apps, and as time goes on, I've kind of, it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I kind of am thinking DoorDash kind of is showing the more transparency in the tree right now.
Ooh, okay. Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
All right. So with DoorDash, you're seeing your mileage up front, you're seeing an estimated time, and you're seeing an estimated amount of money you're going to make.
Facts, very true.
With Uber Eats, you're getting these high payouts, but you don't always know where you're going. With the recent updates, you don't know on snacks where your second order's coming from.
Yep.
And with Grubhub, I have a love-hate with that. It's like occasionally you get these really high payouts, but for the most part, aside from $8 McDonald's payouts, I feel like you're waiting on orders,
Yeah.
And of the three right now, I know we hate DoorDash a lot, but I think right now, from a financial standpoint and kind of time standpoint, DoorDash is kind of the best of the three. I'm sure it's different in every market, but I've kind of run all three. I've bounced back and forth between different zones in my market, and I don't know. I guess I'm just really frustrated with the Grubhub. I know, like, a lot of people really seem to love Grubhub, but I think a lot of people are also getting caught up in those blocks.
So yeah, let's talk about your frustration with Grubhub. What is the main key in that? Is it the block issue? Is it mileage? What is it for you?
It's a little bit of all three. You know, I don't know where I stand with Grubhub. Like, they have you sign up for blocks, and from, you know, some people say you get more orders that way. I kind of feel like some days I don't sign up for blocks, I still get orders. You know, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't matter. I think Grubhub is kind of like scaring people into like sticking to these blocks, you know. And for me, it's like when I start kind of getting on a run with Grubhub, they'll send me one way across the city to pick up an order, but then they'll say, you know, they'll send you another order on the other side of town.
Yeah.
And with something like DoorDash, you would never take that order.
Right.
But you feel inclined to take that order because you're doing it with Grubhub and you're signing up for a block. You know.
So can you explain to me, because I haven't started Grubhub yet. I'm waiting, but and to other ones that don't do it, can you explain what a block is?
Honestly, I've done it for 3 months, and aside from just telling them that you'll keep that app turned on for 2 hours,
okay.
I don't know what block really truly means. You know, I don't know.
Can you decline orders?
You can decline orders. Yeah, I haven't had a problem declining orders. My biggest issue is I don't know how many orders I can drop with Grubhub. You know, if I show up, I can go to a restaurant and get a DoorDash order, an Uber Eats order, go right in, pick it up, and leave.
Yeah.
I can go to the same restaurant with Grubhub order and be stuck for 20, 30 minutes. And it kind of, for me, it creates like a uncomfortable situation because it's like people that I'm dealing with all the time. So I don't want to drop it for some reason. You know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I'll be sitting there waiting for 30 minutes for a $10 payout, maybe.
See, that to me, and I'm very impatient. I've waited long times, you know, based on the situation. But there are times, depending on the dollar amount with DoorDash, I'll get there, and if I'm waiting more than 5 minutes, I unassign it because I feel like I'm losing. I feel like I'm losing money. So with Grubhub, if I had to sit there for 30 minutes, I would definitely be frustrated with that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like with DoorDash, you can go in, and as long as you know you're above that 80% ratio, you can just drop it, leave, and maybe pick up another DoorDash order.
Yep.
With Grubhub and even Uber Eats, you got no clue like what you can drop.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And I don't know. I like I said, I think we let like kind of Uber Eats and Grubhub slide at times. And like even with Uber Eats, you know, that recent update where they're hiding the second delivered or the second pickup.
That's bad. It's super bad.
Yeah.
So let me share with you a story real quick. I talked about it in the beginning, but Friday night I had a stacked offer. It was $17, 4 point something miles, and it showed me the first pickup was White Castle. And I almost didn't take it, but I was like, well, it was the end of the night. The drop-off address, the street address it showed me was close to my house. So I said, okay, this might be my last one, leaving me in a good spot to go home or whatever. Let me go ahead and take it. So I go to White Castle. I'm there about probably 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, not a great start, but it is what it is. Then I slide that I, pick that up. Then it has me going to Church's Chicken. Now, Church's Chicken in my market is trash, right? Like, really bad. So now I'm like, oh man. I get there, about 10 minutes I'm waiting before anybody says anything because they're busy. the lady had a couple chicken sandwiches. She said, I can't do this order. We don't have any chicken sandwiches. So now I got to call Uber support. I can't see the address for the guy's food that I have already. It was a complete mess. They had to unassign or, get rid of the church's chicken for me. I wound up dropping off the White Castle. The guy was mad. He's like, where have you been? It was a complete crapshoot. And I feel like with DoorDash, that wouldn't happen because I would know exactly both merchants from the beginning and I wouldn't have said no.
Yeah. It's like with Uber, I've gotten awesome payouts through Uber. And honestly, of the three, Uber's my favorite to use. But at the same time, you feel kind of compelled to do a little bit more with them because you feel like you're working more for the tip when really the tip's probably there the entire time.
Yes, I think the tip is. I think it is. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And even this morning, I picked up an Uber Eats order. It was like $12 going, I think, like 4.5 miles. As I was going into the restaurant, I got another order from Uber Eats, and it was plus 3 miles for $8. And I took it. And when I got the two orders, you don't really have any clue where you're going until you pick up the orders. And I took the orders, and it turned out it was the first order for the lower offer was going to the west side of town. And then the second order, I had to loop back around to the east side of town. So logistically, it made no sense at all.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I just kind of like want to warn people, when it does come to those high Uber Eats and even sometimes Grubhub offers, you gotta kind of just watch out for some of that.
No, I think you bring up a good point, and I'll be curious to see how my market is with Grubhub. But hey, I appreciate the call, and I think you brought up some good points, man, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta pause, guys. I gotta check on the daughter. We still got a lot of people in here. We're not stopping yet. We got the baby. Everybody say hello. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Huh? Say hi. Everybody say hi. Real time. Nobody else does this. You are live with Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Who do we got on the phone?
Hey, Pedro, it's Hunter Reacts, otherwise known as Nick, and congrats on the addition to the family.
Nick, man, I appreciate that. What do you want to talk about tonight, brother?
All right, so I don't know if you remember, about a month ago, right around the time that the addition to the family happened.
Yeah.
There was a short time where DoorDash was experimenting with something. We saw some interesting base pays, like $7 and $9 base pays, that it seemed like all of these base pays that were happening were taking us out of our delivery area during busy times. And we never got an answer from DoorDash on what was going on with that and why they were experimenting and if it's going to continue.
Yeah, that reminds me of one I did about that time ago, about 6 weeks ago, and I had a $7.50 offer, 4 miles. I was in a Webster Groves area, and I took that offer. It was Arby's, and it brought me back to like pretty much 2 blocks from where I live, and it was all base pay. And I was like, what? Like all base pay, $7.50? And I was like shocked by it, and I did a small video on it. And my opinion on it is I think there are some orders that just sit so long or nobody wants them, and DoorDash wants every single order delivered. They want every customer to order from every merchant, regardless of proximity of house and miles. And they've created a monster. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I think it was interesting that it always seemed to be. Now, was your order that did that? Was it taking you out of your delivery area?
So it was technically it was not, because I was on the fringe of Webster Groves and like Clayton. So it left me in my zone, but only by about maybe a mile. But it was definitely like in a totally different part of the city. I don't know. It's hard. My city, my market's very strange. Like I could go through 4 different zones in just a few miles. But I just remember seeing that base pay and looking at the pickup time and drop off time, and it wasn't like it was late. And I was like, wow, I've never seen a $7.50 base pay for like fast food, and it was just really odd to me.
Yeah, so at the time I was thinking it was if we had a super busy zone, they wanted to make sure you didn't end your dash and switch to a different zone. Because I'm on the west side of Cincinnati, and again, similar to you, I can travel a couple miles and go through 3 zones.
Yeah.
Now, it seemed like if that one area was really busy, they really wanted you to go back to that area, and they were trying to reward you for that. But since it only lasted a couple of days and went away, I really have no clue on what happened with it. But it was definitely interesting, and it was weird that it always seemed to be no tipping orders, too.
Yeah, and now that we're talking about it, maybe it could also be, and this is just us with opinions, right? But let's say I'm in zone A, and there's too many dashers or not enough orders or whatever, and there's a order from zone A taking me to zone B or zone 2, and there's more business going on there. Maybe they're trying to pull us in an area they want us to be.
Yeah. That very well could be. But yeah, again, these are just opinions.
I think you're breaking up a little bit. Can you hear me? I think we lost that caller. Hey, if you can hear me, thanks for calling in. I can't hear you. We can't hear you, so we'll go on to the next one. Appreciate you calling in, my friend. Everybody say hi to Ruby. Hi, Ruby. She's wide awake right now. Listen, I could do 2 things at once. Y'all have no idea. Trust me. I could be with my daughter, talk to y'all, take phone calls. It's multi-apping at its finest. Pedro Dora Santiago here. You are live. Who do we got on the line tonight?
Mad Dasher.
Mad Dasher. Brother, how are you, man?
Doing good. Ready to go to bed. I didn't know if I was going to get in.
Oh man, I said that we're gonna be on here tonight. As long as people are calling, I'm gonna stay on. So maybe I shouldn't have said that, but we'll see what we get.
I gotta get up early.
How's it going, man?
Good. I was going to talk about the independent contractor.
You know what? Thank you, because nobody's brought it up. So let's talk. Let's dive into it. What do you got?
But your subs don't. That I used to dash. Well, I was an independent contractor back in 2003 to 2006, and we were employees without benefits.
Mm-hmm.
2 reasons is we had a route. For one, they would subcontract stated times where we'd be doing pickups.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me and a non-compete clause.
Wow.
So
okay.
But it paid really well. I was killing it.
Sure, I bet at that time too. Yeah, I mean at that time, that's a different time in delivery altogether. I would imagine.
Yeah, and we got 55% of what they charged the customer.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all hospitals that paid really well.
Sure.
But this was back then. So for your subs, maybe in the comments, when you take a catering order and you schedule it for the next morning, can you unassign it up to the time you're supposed to be there? You picking up what I'm putting down?
I am, yes. What do you think?
That would make you an employee.
It would.
With no benefits.
It would. Yeah.
And you can go talk to their customers anytime you want and try to get contracts yourself. I couldn't do that.
Right. You couldn't. You're right.
I was actually looking at St. Louis and Louisville, Springfield, Illinois, Cincinnati.
places to start my own medical courier business because I kind of compete in that market, but I keep competing in the market. It was a family-ran courier service. They're still in business.
Oh, they're still in business right now?
Yeah. On my channel, I'm going to try to get an interview with them.
That would be good because I think a lot of us, and even myself included, we forget about the delivery apps and businesses that were around before DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber. You know what I mean? And there were a lot, actually. And medical courier business was like a booming thing. And I don't know what it is now, but like, you know, like it was very profitable, right?
Yeah. Get this, we had a super stat.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. Half-hour pickup, half-hour drop. Picked up and dropped off within a half hour within 2 miles. So a lot of the downtown hospitals were within 2 miles of each other.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we picked it up and it paid like, they charged them $90 or something.
Wow.
So
I mean, that's,
that.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, so currently with DoorDash or anybody else, have you picked up any kind of like prescriptions or anything like that?
Well, like nowadays, everybody half-hour delivery on something like that. That's great.
Yeah, yeah. But have you picked up like a prescription for somebody and dropped it off with DoorDash?
Well, if they haven't, you know, I think DoorDash is going to go into that space.
Yeah,
they're going to be trying to get to that.
I did it once. I did it once. I picked up a order from Sam's Club. It was like a Walmart affiliate, and I picked up somebody's prescription and dropped it off, and I was like, this is like medicine. It was weird and like it was really strange, man. I did it one time only, but I did it once on DoorDash.
Yeah, so I had my own cargo insurance, so I could, without the non-compete, I could have did work and tried to get contracts myself.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, that's what it made me kind of indentured.
Yeah.
Or an employee. So I was an independent contractor making good money. But,
I bet.
Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, and this is any Dave Chappelle fans.
I love Dave Chappelle, by the way. I love him.
Habitual line stepper. DoorDash is a habitual line stepper. They keep blurring the lines, whether you're an employee or not. They keep trying different things, or just keep Rick James in it. You know,
it's like, I almost feel like we can talk about this, and some people could say, no, well, I'm an independent contractor. I'm a subcontractor. I'm an employee without benefits. I'm a nomad. Like, there are so many different arguments, I think. And that's what, to me, it's kind of opened my eyes in the last couple of days. Because, like, what are we? Truly, what are we? And I think there's a lot of people that will have a different opinion on it. And actually, right now, I have no idea which one is 100% right. You know what I mean? Like, I still really don't know all the way.
So yeah, I try to make it simple.
Yeah.
You have to be at a certain place at a certain time and not be able to get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so if they don't do that, they don't cross that line.
Yeah.
Habitual line stepper.
Yeah, 100%, man. Dave Chappelle, he's I love Dave Chappelle. Some of the new stuff he's doing is pretty good too, you know, but his old stuff's good too. Yeah. He's good.
That's what one of my buddies posted this meme that said, before we had memes, we just hollered out Dave Chappelle quotes.
I'm Rick James, and remember what's the one? Sprinkle a little crack on it. That was one of his things. He's good.
There's tons.
There's tons.
Hey. I hate the hater.
I like the episode. One of my favorite episodes he did was when he did the one with Wayne Brady. When he was on the him and HBO or whatever were like in feuds. They weren't paying him enough, and then he did the thing where Wayne Brady took over his show. And that episode was fantastic, man. I mean, so good. He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah, there's a lot of great skits there. And there's some truth to a little bit, and he just the man.
He's the man. He's the man. Hey, man, I appreciate you calling in, brother, man. And you want to talk about your channel real quick? Just give him a little teaser.
I will be doing some tutorials. And I'll set up different strategies, and then I'll go out on dailies and see how they work. I'm going to be trying different zones. I'm going to be multi-apping in my zone that I know, and I'm going to be trying to locate good zones around my city. On the road trip across the country, I was noticing different things about different size markets, and I'm going to try to find good zones inside my city that I haven't dashed in before.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I think it's going to be really refreshing and unique to what's out there right now, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I appreciate you calling, and
thanks for giving me the time.
Hey, Joe. Always, man. We'll talk later, brother.
All right, man.
All right.
Bye.
Pause. I'll put you guys on pause. I'll be right back. We still got people in here, so we going still. Who we got here? Ooh. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. Call back. We still got people. We're going to vibe tonight, guys. We're going to go. We're still going. Oh, hold on. I haven't kept up with the live chat, but I hope you guys are keeping it good, helping each other out. Bye, Ruby. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. You are live with Pedro Dora Santiago and 137 people. Who do we got tonight?
To be a part of that. How do you do?
I'm good. Who do we got on the phone tonight?
Hey, I've chatted with you before. I'm Chris Silver, Hampton, Virginia.
What up, Chris? How are you, man?
I went DoorDash for a while and all the other delivery apps. I probably got about 4,000 deliveries between all of them.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Ghost kitchens, man. They just keep like popping up everywhere, all over the place, driving me insane, man.
So let's talk about that. Tell us about your experiences with those.
Like the other day, I went to George Lopez Tacos to pick up, and I'm like, what the hell is that? That was a new one on me. And that was a bad experience because they had to make all the food from scratch. And I waited like about 30 minutes and just ended up canceling that one.
You said George Lopez?
The same place has 3 other ghost kitchens. Mr. Beast Burger.
I've seen. I have Mr. Beast. I have Mr. Beast in my market. I picked up from this place twice. I have a Wiz Khalifa cookies. There's like all kinds of different names for different places, and most of the time they're just in regular restaurants. I mean, a lot of these restaurants are like teaming up and partnering with celebrities, putting the celebrity's name out there in hopes to get money, is what I think is going on.
Yeah, there was a new one yesterday. I didn't know whether to pick up or not. It wasn't really that great a deal. And it was like Rosie's Burgers and Shakes or something.
Yeah.
And it was out of a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
That's a chain here.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I think they're doing is they're doing a lot of some people want to order from what they think is going to be a like local small spot. And these ghost kitchens are just ran out of like big brick and mortar places or other big companies, and they just name them something else, and it gives people the false sense of like, oh, I'm ordering from like a small mom and pop spot, and it's not. And it's a little tricky, man. That's my opinion on it. What do you think?
Well, you know the most classic one I picked up at? It was a unicorn delivery. It was like $26 delivery from Grubhub.
Yeah.
And it was Pothead's Eatery. And I was like, what the hell was that? And I went there, and it was a play on words. Potheads. It was pots and pans, like cooking.
Are you serious?
And I was thinking it was a bunch of stoner people. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But it was a mobile home in a parking lot.
That's wild.
And that's what they were cooking out of.
That's
I couldn't
wild.
see the people inside, what they were doing.
Yeah.
I was there like 40 minutes in the parking lot waiting on the food, and I just left and canceled the order. And it was a $25 order.
Oh, man.
But the these ghost kitchens, man. I swear.
It's crazy. And I did a video about 4 weeks ago. Absolutely, I did it in real time. Anybody can be on the DoorDash app. Okay, I called and said I have a business called Pedro's Tacos, right? And they sent me all this stuff, and I could sign up. And literally, I was moments away from being able to be on the DoorDash platform in my market under Pedro's Tacos, and DoorDash drivers would have ended up at my doorstep picking up food. That's how easy it is, man. It's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. Crazy. It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Well, I noticed one change, kind of like the ghost kitchens. Grubhub in my market would put anything on their website. They'd steal menus from bars, dive bars, crazy places that you wouldn't think would be on Grubhub. And I picked up on a few of them and made some money. Some of them were bad decisions to even pick up at. I'll kid you not. But now they eliminated all of them recently. They're all gone. And I was like, whoa, what happened to Grubhub? Why did they do that?
I think it's just, it's just greed, man. They just want as many options, and customers want as many options. And we like to order from different places and try it out, and it's exciting, and it's crazy, man. In my humble opinion, I think there are too many merchants or ghost kitchens on these apps. We have too many options, and for us drivers, it makes it hard, man.
Yeah, I don't even know where I'm picking up at some of these places. I drove around Chili's 5 times one day and didn't realize it was just wings.
Yep.
And exactly. I was like, oh, wow, there's a place inside Chili's that's some other place.
Yep.
And it just wasted like 30 minutes of my time.
Yep. Yep. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, brother, I appreciate the phone call, man. Thank you.
Hey, I love you, man. Take it easy, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Next caller. The next few callers, let's talk about safety. All right. Safety or independent contractor status. If you want to call, let's see if we can get a couple callers talking about those topics specifically. All right. Because I'm really interested to get you guys' take on safety. Don't mind me as I eat some pistachios. This is the real out here, guys. Don't worry about it. Just leave it right. Christy in Ohio, how are you? Jimmy. Mo Dasher. Jeremy, what up, man? Jeremy, you dropped the Jeremy out of your name, bro. It just says Mo Dasher now. What's going on? Zach, how are you, my friend? Alexander, how are you? Some really good familiar names. Jimmy, how are you, my friend? I know these names. So I said we go as long as this phone's going off. If it ain't going off, that might tell me that we need to stop. DoorDash doesn't know the definition of safety. Shane, food safety or personal? Joanne, I'm talking about safety as far as gig driving and while we're out in the field. You are live with Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Who do we got in the line tonight?
Hey, this is Robert from North Carolina.
Robert, how are you, my friend?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. What do you want to talk about tonight?
So I was calling because you said you wanted to talk about safety.
Yes, sir. So what does that mean to you when you're out doing gig work?
Well, when I'm out, I run DoorDash and Grubhub, and what I do is I'll carry mace with me, like in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've actually had dogs try to approach me even when customers say they want to leave it at the door.
Right.
I've had dogs try to attack me or chase me down the road or something. So, and I've seen these videos on YouTube where these drivers have been attacked by merchants and stuff as they come and get their food.
Yeah, you know, I've seen those videos too.
Wild. I mean, that part hasn't happened to me. you very much for that. I'm glad for that. But
yeah. Now you say you carry mace, right? So did you start carrying mace from the beginning, or did something happen that made you feel like you needed it?
I mean, mainly the dogs and stuff chasing me around. I don't have a problem with dogs, but when one's chasing me aggressively.
Yeah. Especially, I drop off to a lot of houses and they have dogs. Now, most of the time they're fenced in or they're right behind the door, but there has been a few times where they're right there, no leash. And I have to decide okay, I got to size this dog up. Is this a threat? Is it not? But you never really know. Even sometimes the small ones might come at you and start biting on you,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And you would think customers would understand, okay, maybe I feel like my dog is really innocent and sweet, but dogs don't understand. If it's a stranger, they might not act that way to a stranger.
Yeah, they start feeling like they got to protect their owners.
And you know what? They should feel like that, but they got to keep them locked up,
Yeah, exactly. They got to lock them up when we're, especially when they get ready to order.
Yeah.
Or something. If they know they're ordering food, why let the dog out?
Why let the dog? Yeah.
In the back somewhere.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing gig work?
I've actually been with Grubhub longer than I've been with DoorDash. Grubhub I've been on since 2017, and then DoorDash I actually started just before COVID hit mainstream in December.
Okay. So you've been doing it since 2017, so that's a while, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, the DoorDash started slowing down once everything opened back up down here in North Carolina, but they just opened a new market about 45 minutes from me, so I've been going up there about 3 times a week and still pulling the same numbers.
Nice.
As I did when we were in lockdown. So
now, do you do this work full time or part time?
Full time now.
Full time. Okay. Are you? How long do you think you'll continue to do it?
I think I'll continue to do it for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Because I also partner with my neighbor who works for a company that I help with distributing barbecue sauces to the local stores and stuff like that.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. Nice. What you said? What market were you in again? You say
North Carolina.
North Carolina. All right. So you guys do barbecue pretty good down there, don't you?
Oh yeah.
That's what I hear. I've driven through North Carolina one time, but that's one of the cities I hear about that's got good barbecue. So maybe one day I'll just stop through and check it out.
Yeah, you ever come down here, I'll show you around, show you the best barbecue spots.
If I ever come through there, I'll take you up on that, man. Thank you. I appreciate you calling in, my friend.
Yes, sir. It's great talking to you.
You too, man. Have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Caller on safety. Thank you. So let's look at this live chat here and see what we got going on. If you guys will keep calling in, I'll keep taking the phone calls. The best barbecue is in Kansas City. Ooh, Jeremy. I mean, you might not be lying about that. You might not. KC's known for their barbecue. All right. We got another caller. You are live with Pedro Dordes Santiago. Who do we got on the line tonight? Hello, you are live?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Who do we got on the line tonight?
Jason.
Jason, how you doing, man? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, you said something about safety?
Yes, I did. What do you want to talk about?
There's some places you got to watch out for, but in my area, it's not that bad.
So when you mean watch out for, have you run into situations where you felt unsafe, or normally do you feel like you're fine?
I normally feel fine. There's a couple apartment buildings I normally don't go back to anymore that I felt unsafe, but other than that, and one trailer park because I live in a smaller town.
Yeah. So when you know, what apps do you run right now currently?
I'm stuck only with DoorDash because I applied for Uber Eats, but I had a DUI 10 years ago, and they said that's the reason they won't hire me. But DoorDash had no problem with it.
DoorDash seems to be the easier one to get on. That's for sure.
Yes.
I think, they all use a certain background check or whatever, but I think DoorDash, just with their market share, like they just want as many of us out there, and like they're not. But
I agree with that. I worked for a company, actually Papa John's Pizza, as a manager for 18 years.
Yeah.
So I know how strict we were. Our franchise was a great franchise. They really were good. But after 18 years of all that, I just couldn't take it anymore.
No, I know. I worked in the food industry as well for 18 years, man. And a pizza place, man, that's not easy work. And people think it is, but that's a lot of wear and tear on your body, right?
Oh, yes.
I mean, you're doing every single job in that joint.
Exactly. And some. And all the paperwork. And you can go on forever, but I won't.
No. I've never personally worked in pizza, but I've known people that worked in pizza. And anytime I go to pick up from Papa John's, and I'm there just about every day with DoorDash, and like those people in there are like, 1 minute they're putting the dough in the air and they're making it, then they're putting the pizza in the oven, and then they're coming out, then they're boxing it, then they're answering the phone, and then they're delivering something, and then they got to clean up. Like it's not easy, man.
I was fortunate. I was there from like 97 to 2012. So I had a great crew for 10 years. I can't complain.
No, I hear you. And that was probably the golden years of Papa John's, when they were kind of coming up and like really ran well and really popular. And
yes, and like I said, our franchise was great. So can't complain one bit about that. But I did have a driver, Rob, one time, and he was dumb enough to go try to get the pizzas back.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yes, ain't it? I mean, I was just like, no, just come back to the store.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
That's like $4.30 worth of pizza. I could care less.
No. It's at that point it doesn't. Yeah, the pizza don't matter. Yeah, no, for sure.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, man, and talking about that. Anything else you want to say before you get off the phone?
I just want to say thank you. Been following you for I don't know, a couple months, and I just started this year. Been at it for about 9 months.
Nice, man. I appreciate the support, and keep going at it, man. And we do this every Sunday, so please come back and chat with us again, my friend.
You too.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Congratulations on the daughter.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
God bless.
We got another caller. You're live with Pedro Dora Santiago. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, how we doing? This is Tom.
Tom, how are you, my friend? What market you calling from?
I'm also from North Carolina.
North Carolina, representing tonight, man.
Yes, that's kind of funny.
That's cool. What do you want to talk about tonight?
So yeah, I mean, I just started DoorDash like 3 weeks ago, so I appreciate you provide. It's awesome to be able to Google something and find answers. So I appreciate that start. But
cool.
Something that's so frustrating is these. I know we avoid fast food as much as we can, but like when they lock the lobbies and you're stuck in a 20-person drive-through and the food's ready already. I mean, there's gotta be like, I've heard you said it before, like DoorDash, Uber, they're getting away with it. The restaurants are getting away with it. They're just hanging us out to dry.
Yeah.
Like I've resorted to like literally like I'll pull up to the window, wait for there to be a gap in the line, and then I'll like scoot into the line and just hope that nobody freaks out at me because the food isn't ready for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the food, like
yeah.
I don't know if you've had any good solutions to that, but like that's just been like the craziest thing to me.
So I have a couple thoughts on this. So I want to ask a couple questions first. What time of the day do you run into those kind of issues more often?
Yeah, I mean, they start people start locking the doors like universally, like later, so
right,
like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But like even some stores where it's like it's 4 o'clock and you're just getting like a Little Caesars order and they're just short staffed and they just have you have to wait in the line. And some place like that where somebody's putting the order in and then waiting 5 minutes in line kind of built up. But I don't know. I do it. I have my normal 9 to 5, so I do it like weekdays at night and then all on the weekends. So I mean, I run into it all the time.
Yeah, I think I've been in those lines many times, and it's very frustrating. And I would say that there are certain spots that I know, as far as fast food, like McDonald's or maybe Taco Bell, that I know that if I get an offer at that time of the day, I never take it, because I know I'm gonna run. I know I'm gonna run into issue. Or if I get there and the lobby's closed, if the line in the drive-thru is like, if it's more than 7 or 8 cars, and this might not work for everybody, but I immediately just unassign it, and I just take my loss, and I know that my market's busy enough that I'll get another one, because for me, waiting is like the worst thing ever. I'd rather actually, I would rather drive 6 or 7 miles with food in my car than wait 20 minutes for an order. So I'm just looking to get to the next one, and waiting for me is like crazy, because I'll share a quick story. I waited in a Captain D's line. It was like a fish, like seafood fish, you know, and I waited only a couple minutes, right? And there's a car behind me, then one in front of me, and I get to the window, and she tells me that they can't do the order because, you know, the tablet's down, and I'm just like, now I'm stuck, you know. So for me, man, like if I feel any time that it's going to be a long time and the lobby's closed and I get there, I just completely unassign it. I move on, and I say somebody else will get it, or DoorDash will learn their lesson to not have these merchants on the platform.
Yeah, you hope so. I mean, quick nightmare story for me was yesterday. I waited 30 minutes at Bojangles, which is like a chicken place.
Yeah, I know Bojangles. Yeah.
And I get to the window after 30 minutes, and right as they hand me the food, the customer canceled the order, and I got paid $0.
See, that's crazy.
And
that's
I called,
crazy.
And they wouldn't give me anything. They wouldn't give me half pay or nothing.
So hold on, what app was that on? Uber
It was
Eats?
Uber. DoorDash would have paid me half.
DoorDash, you would have got half, but Uber, man, they are slicky, man. It's like, it's so crazy how like these apps are so different in different, like DoorDash does this really well, Uber does this really well, and it's just like, man, it's like we have to pick our battles, you know?
No, yeah. And Uber is one of those things where, what's it called? You call them, and you're on the phone, and this order was like 8 miles to the store, and it was like a $10 order, and then it was like, you know, a mile to the customer, and I'm trying to explain that to Uber. I'm like, listen, like I already drove like 90% of the way, but yeah, I don't know. It just sucks that we don't have like a bigger voice to talk to them about stuff, because like that whole like lobby lock thing needs to be like over with ASAP.
Yeah, you know, I think it's my biggest issue with the platforms, and I've said this many, many times, and everybody can have opinions, and it's fine, right? Some people might say, I want tip transparency, and others might say, I want more safety, or whatever it is, right? I want to see miles, right, for Grubhub. For me, the biggest issue with these apps is they have no relationship with the merchants that are on their apps. So what I mean by that is, it could be a Bojangles, right? And they got Bojangles, they signed them up, they're on the app, but then once they're on the app, all these apps want is their 30% or whatever percentage is, and they don't hold them accountable for nothing. So if that Bojangles is ran improperly, they don't have their tablet on, or they're taking too many offers, or they're closing their lobby, or they're not doing their ordering correctly, so they don't have products that are on the app, or they're short-staffed, it's a complete crapshoot, and there's no accountability. And DoorDash is like, oh, sorry, you went there, you wasted 45 minutes, or Uber, sorry, we're not going to give you nothing. And there has to be a better dialogue between Uber Eats, DoorDash, merchant that they're partnered with. And for me, there is. I think that's the biggest issue.
No, 100%. I mean, they should send some, like, you know, train them and set up like a process, and, you know, just make sure everybody's safe.
There should be something. There should be something, some kind of accountability. And even if it's like send somebody every quarter, you know, 4 times a year. Does the app work? Does the tablet work? Like, ask them some questions. Are you staffed? Can you handle the tablet? Something, but they don't do that because that's just too much work, you know?
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate your time. I don't want to clog up your live stream.
No, hey, I appreciate you calling in, man, and have a good rest of your weekend. Whatever's what's left with it, man.
Sounds great. Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Some great calls tonight. Roy will be Roy. He got paid in Yardbird. Roy, you crazy, bro. Oh, Dasher. They make deals with big companies to be in every other restaurant. They don't care how it's ran. Nope, they do not. They just want, yes, that is factual. No caller ID. Who's calling me with no caller ID? You are live with Pedro Gordas Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight? They hung up. No caller ID. They hung up. They don't want to smoke. I'm nice. I'll talk to anybody. I don't care who, whatever opinion you have, you're welcome on the show. We still have 124 people. So that means to tell me you guys want to go a little bit. Sorry, I didn't know they called Washington. Mo Dash of Jeremy, you bring up a good point. Listen, man, we're in a capitalistic country. We can make our money. I'm all for that. But when you get too greedy is when you want quantity over quality, you tend to run your business in the ground. Or if you're not running into the ground, you're going to run and you're going to have a reputation. And right now, DoorDash has a horrible reputation. I mean, with dashers, with customers, with merchants, it's a horrible reputation. And it's because they're greedy and they're trying to do too many things at one time. And I think that's very true for a lot of the merchants. So your car warranty is expired and we've tried to contact you several times, Pedro. Chris Albert, your car warranty. What are you talking about, bro? Julio the Don, what's good, OG? Been here since 25 subscribed. Julio the Don, let's talk for a second. You have been here since the beginning and you've been super supportive and gracious. I hope you and your family are doing well. Julio, thank you very much. North Carolina again. North Carolina's on fire. You are live with Pedro Gordas Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight? Hello? You were live. Who do we have on the line? Okay, I think this might be it, guys. We've been at 2 hours and 12 minutes, 2 hang-ups in a row. Julio the Don, I'm always looking out for you, bro. Chris Hilbert, you're funny. My car warranty is not expired. Thank you very much. Okay, now we got somebody else calling in. Let's try this one here. Pedro Gordas Santiago here. You are live. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Yo, what's up, my boy? It's Julio. Julio the Don.
Julio the Don.
What's good, bro?
Dude, we've never talked before, man. How are you, my friend?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm chilling. Thank God. Just came back from church. Had a good day. Dasher. Just wanted to see what's up with you, bro. I've been watching all your videos, bro. To be honest, you're like very humble, bro. And I like that because like there's not a lot of people like that. You keep it real.
Man, hey,
I like that,
man. You know what, Julio, man? Like, I have to be humble, man. I've come from a lot and I've made a lot of mistakes, and I appreciate you've always been here since day one, man. Since day one, bro. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than you know, man. More than you know. And for me, like, I'm an OG, man. I'm an old man. And I gotta be humble.
Exactly. We got, man, these people out here, like, especially the youngest, bro, like, I'm 20 years old, bro, but the youngest, bro, they don't be respecting the OGs, bro. Like, this is an OG right here. Especially, I swear, bro, and, like, all the people that, like, listening to it, bro, like, if you watch a video, how can you not like it, man? Like, it literally don't take nothing. Like, the only thing you're doing is benefiting, like, you feel me? You can take the time out of your day to, like, make the videos, got edit and all that. Like, why can't you just leave a like, bro? Like, you know what I mean? It helps out your pockets, bro. Straight up, like, people are weird for that, bro. But you know, I mean, I'll be liking every single video, bro. Like, I try to comment like here and there, but
yeah, man. No,
I respect you, dog. I like what you're doing, bro. That's what's up.
I know that about you, man. I feel that, and I appreciate what you're saying. And you know, to be real, man, I don't expect everybody to like understand or like I'm not in it for that. But at the end of the day, like, you're right. Like, I'm doing it for the people. I'm trying to help people in any kind of way, whether it's, hey, I'm going to teach you how to make a little more money on this app, or let me give you a little bit more motivation, or, you know, learn from my mistakes. Let's talk for a minute. And at the end of the day, like, you would think more people would understand that, but you know, the haters are going to hate, and it is what it is. But people like you, man, you've been here since day one, bro. I mean, I know the name Julio. I know it. And I appreciate that, man. I love you, man. We don't know each other, but the love goes both ways, man.
Nah, man, straight up, bro. I love you,
bro. Even though we don't know each other, so I'm out here in Cali, bro. But hey, if you ever out here, bro, we gotta chop it up. I'll take you to get some like good food out here, bro.
Man.
Like vice versa, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna say this right now. I've never been to Cali, but when I make it out there, I am gonna connect with you 100% and take you up on that offer 100%, my friend.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is your personal number or whatever, but like, yeah, bro, you cool, bro. Like, I like to chop it up with you and stuff. Like, see how you doing. Like, weird stuff.
So no, I hear you. This is what I want you to do, man. So go to my page, go to my about section. I want you to hit my email. It's in there. Hit my email with your number, and we can connect. All right.
All right, bad, big bro. Nah, but I also want to congratulate you, bro, on the baby, bro. Like, God bless, man. Like, it's all blessings, bro. Like,
man,
real.
It's a whole nother chapter for me, man. And that's what really makes me humble, man. Like at the end of the day, like when you got like a girl like I got, and you got a little baby like that, like I am completely blessed, and I don't deserve it, but it humbles me so much, and it's a blessing, man. And I'll definitely hit you up, man. Hit my email, and we'll get each other's number, my friend.
For sure, my man. Have a good night, bro. I'm gonna hit you right now. I'm gonna let you get some other callers and stuff. I appreciate you answering. And yeah, bro, like it's all love, and I'm gonna keep supporting you, bro. Like it's crazy. I'm swearing, man. I was like 25th subscriber, and now like 7,000, bro. Like,
bro, I know, man. I know. I know I know you're not just saying that. I know that to be fact, and that's what I appreciate, man. I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, my man. Have a good night.
All right, you too, bro. Thank you. Bro, Julio was one of the first handfuls of people to comment on my video, and he shared certain things with me, and like, that's beyond gig work, guys. That's beyond gig work, man. Let's take a few more callers. We've already been vibing for over 2 hours, but you guys call, so I'm gonna answer. And I said that in the beginning, and I'm a man of my word. I really, Roxy Paradox, thank you very much. Vibes. Not needed, but definitely appreciated, my friend. Thank you very much. Let's see who we got here. Ooh, I think I know who this is. You were live with Pedro Doda Santiago. I think I know who this is, but why don't you go ahead and tell me who it is?
Well, you might not. This is Yos Malone. I'm a new subscriber. Just started a channel the other day, so I enjoy your vids very much.
Listen, you are right. I don't know, but I'm happy you're here. What do you want to talk about, my friend?
Well, DoorDash, I do the gig economy too as well, and
yeah,
DoorDash liking to put people in timeout, and I didn't multi-app for a long time, so once I got on the grab hub, I said, this multi-apping world was amazing.
Oh, man, I mean, I'm telling you, I just started doing it, really doing it in the last 2 weeks, and it's a complete game changer for me, man.
Same for me. I'm making way more money, and I'm just like, whoa. And watching your videos, I'm like, you have the same type of concerns. I think you're in St. Louis, correct?
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis, man. We're only like 3.5, 4 hours away.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know how Kansas City is. Kansas City's just, my market's just crazy. I'm up in like a suburb of Kansas City.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy over here. If you ever make it over here, I'll actually get you some good barbecue on this side of the state.
Bro, listen, so I'm gonna tell you, my brother lives in Kansas City, so I'm there about 2 to 3 times a year. I love Kansas City. It's very similar to St. Louis in a lot of ways, demographically and stuff. And I love KC, man. Like, good vibes up there. My brother's up there, like I said. My nephew, his wife, like, yeah, man. I was just there probably, I don't know, 8 weeks ago. So.
Oh, that's what's up. St. Louis isn't bad. I always give people a hard time. I had to stay up there for a training I have to do. So yeah, St. Louis is a good time. I got some ooey gooey butter cake and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like St. Louis is known for like butter cake, certain kind of Emo's pizza. We're known for toaster ravioli. The Hill. Kansas City's definitely known for barbecue, 100%.
And there's some good pizza places here, but St. Louis has got fun that a little bit. But I just want to call. Thank you for taking my call. I've had a blast watching your channel. I don't know why I wasn't subscribed, but I just subscribed tonight. So
hey man,
add to it. Make sure you get there sent. I do videos too on DoorDash as well. So
right on. So hold on, you said you do videos as well?
Yeah, I do.
So plug your channel. Plug your channel real quick, man.
It's Yost Malone, and I am in a Milwaukee Brewers hat. I'll post it I'll post it in the chat.
Yeah, if you can put a link in the chat, absolutely, and I'll check it out tonight when I'm done, my friend. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and congratulations on the daughter as well. Just found that out. That's amazing.
Thank you very much, man.
The
Thank you.
community's here. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Thank you, man. Some great calls, man. Listen, woo. Let's do a couple more. 2 hours and 21 minutes. We've been at it already. Oh, Julio the Don, man. I gotta make it out to Cali, man. I have to make it out to Cali. All right, let's do this call right here. You are live with Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Hey, what's up? It's Michael Lee.
Michael, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, man?
I'm doing well, my friend. What would you like to talk about tonight?
Well, just first of all, I enjoy your videos. Your tip advice helped me a lot on DoorDash. A lot.
I'm glad to hear it, man. What market are you in, real quick?
I am in Maryland.
Maryland. Okay. Is it that's probably a pretty busy market, right?
Yeah, it's very busy, but the market's very weird. Like every zone is kind of like 50-50 split where areas you don't want to go.
Okay.
Areas that you feel all right.
Yeah. So what would you like to talk about tonight?
Well, you brought up like some of the safety issues. Like lately, I actually haven't been dashing much. I do Amazon Flex, and then I dash, the supplement because it can only be like 9 hours of Amazon Flex.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good. It's you can make some pretty good money.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Yeah. Say it again.
I heard when I heard it from your channel. The Maryland up in PG County that got murdered while he was dashing. So I haven't been dashing the past few days.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what? When you said Maryland, it didn't even register, but that's close to you, man. Like
very close. I do a lot of deliveries in that area for Amazon Flex and have had many issues with dogs. I actually got chased off the side of the road from a customer I delivered to. It was like about 5:45 in the morning, and I delivered a package, and as I'm driving away, a car comes and runs me off the road, and it ended up being the customer that I had just delivered to. So I have had some issues.
So that area where this happened, that's not a bad area, right? Or is it?
PG County is weird. Again, it's like 50-50. There's like this really great part that, it's fine. One houses roll, but then you have these like extreme ghettos. So I'm not sure of the exact area that they described. I didn't look too much into the details, so I'm not sure where it was. They said wooded areas, so it seems like it's the rural area, so it's typically pretty quiet. A lot of cops actually live in that area. So
yeah, when I saw that, man, I was just like, you're gonna have random acts of violence or whatever. I don't even know. I haven't looked up yet what really transpired to make this happen. But at the end of the day, like when you hear something like that, if I hear that and it happened in St. Louis and it was a driver, yeah, that would definitely give me some pause. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure that happened to you, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I carry pepper spray, mace. I try to be diligent, but things happen like with dogs, like. Not so much with DoorDash. I've never had an issue with the dog with DoorDash, but with Amazon Flex, I like really have to do the dog every other week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. I think it's the work that we do. We kind of know where we're going, but sometimes you don't know. And I think the best thing I can say is like we have to be like you're doing. You're saying, hold on, I'm not going to do this for a little bit. Let me reflect a little bit. And no amount of money is worth any kind of risk. You know what I mean? It's just it's sad too. Like this guy had a family. Like it's extremely unfortunate.
Quite literally, I owe a lot of that advice to you. I used to be a top dasher.
Oh man, listen. I don't recommend being top dasher. I think in certain markets maybe there's some benefits, but at the end of the day, I think you could make more money by taking less orders. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but I think you can actually, if you're a little bit patient, you can make more money in less hours. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I definitely made a lot more money than even before, and that was even before the destruction of the market with Walmart.
Yeah.
Even not being top dasher, I still kept my percentage around 65 to 70 because I was experimenting with, if you keep a high percentage, maybe you get better offer. But once Walmart hit, I literally got like 50 to 60 Walmart orders.
Crazy. Perfect.
Yeah. Walmart, man. I hit like Walmart, depending on the time of day. If I start at 10:30 in my market, Walmart within an hour span can take my acceptance rate down like 10 or 15%. It's crazy.
Pedro.
Oh, hold on. Let me swap you. Hold on. I got the wrong guy.
I'm sorry, we got disconnected, but I think I lost you.
No, I got you on here right now. What did you just say?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, you good. What was your last thought on that?
I don't know where I left off. Like it got kind of quiet, and then I think it froze.
Yeah, I think I had a call. So you were talking about Walmart, right? For me, Walmart, like I'll hit Walmart if I'm in a certain time of the day. It'll take my acceptance rate down 10, 15, 20% because I'm declining like 8 orders for $16 and 6 orders for $12, and it just adds up, and it's just like I can't take this crap,
Exactly. I was at 70%. Like I don't know how much got through, but I was trying to experiment with keeping a minimally high acceptance rate.
Yeah.
To see if I got better orders or we get more orders. But once Walmart hit, it ruined it. It made it impossible. I have no choice but to cherry pick in my market again for safety, and then so many $3 orders that are going ridiculous miles. But sorry to like take curve real quick, but I had a rant. Like lately, I've been getting really high base pay. I actually sent an email to another YouTuber about I had a $20.75 base pay order for advanced auto parts
on DoorDash.
On DoorDash,
that's crazy. So I've had some advanced auto parts and AutoZone offers. I've done one on DoorDash, but I've never seen a $20 payout because I would have taken it as long as it wasn't like more than 10 miles. I would have been all over it. But that's a crazy amount, man.
I mean, I thought it was a tip order. I mean, I don't like delivering to no tip, even with high base pay. But I mean, a base pay that high, I'll deliver it.
No, and I think it depends on the merchant too, because for me as a customer, right, I have to be a little understanding. Like, you know what? If somebody's getting auto parts, they're probably not thinking about tipping. It's just not normal. So if you're going to pay me $20 for, let's say, 6 miles, I'm going to take that 100% of the time. If it's auto, like 100%. And, it's the tipping part of it. I think the tipping culture for ordering auto parts just isn't really normal yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because you're probably paid shipping or you pay whatever extra fees already. So you wouldn't think to tip anybody because you would assume. I think I heard from another video and a couple of articles that they assume that it's being shipped USPS. Or UPS, so they don't even know that a DoorDash driver is going to come to
No, I think if we showed up and deliver, let's just say we put that in our DoorDash bag, they'd look at us like we were absolutely like an alien. They'd be like, what is this DoorDash guy doing with my brakes or whatever I'm delivering? I think they would look at us like we're absolutely like insane. But yeah, that's a good point, man. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, man, very, very, very much, and have a good rest of your night, my friend.
Thanks, appreciate you too.
Thank you. All right, you are live with Pedro Dora Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Oh, hey. Oh, am I still?
Yes, you are live. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Oh, Ferguson.
How are you? What do you want to talk about?
No, what I would like to talk about actually, and email, not exactly email, but I left in the comments.
Okay.
Okay, but the important thing for DoorDash, I don't know about Uber Eats or none of that.
Mm-hmm.
insurance plan that they got for you,
Yeah.
it only covers the driver. It does not cover the family. It does not cover family members or anything. It just covers the driver.
Mm.
And yeah, so, I had to call in on that one because when it comes to insurance information and everything else,
Yeah.
I'm like, and I was thinking, okay, so it covers family members, wife, kids, and everything else. No, it does not. And what I wanted to ask you personally,
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask you personally was like, when I said a $15 hour plus tips,
Mm-hmm.
and you said you would not do it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask your reasoning for it.
So, thank you for calling in, number one. I like calls like this. All right. So, for me, I think when I read your comment, that was the comment today, right?
Yes.
So, when I read that comment today, the way I read it was this way, and you tell me if maybe it was, I might have misread it. I read it that, DoorDash is going to say, I'm going to pay you $15 an hour plus tips. But I feel like if they're doing that, they're going to tell me what orders to take. Is that how you see it, or can I still pick what orders I take?
You know what? And that's a good question because I've never looked at it from that point of view.
Because if DoorDash is just going to say, this is two different ways I can look at this. If they're going to say, hey, Pedro, we're going to pay you $15 an hour to be on our app and accept or decline what you want. Absolutely, I'll take that because then I'm just adding money because then I'll still pick what I want, make my tips, and that's going to make me more. But if they're going to, in your scenario, the way I read it was, hey, they're going to pay me 15 plus tips. But I might have to take some really bad offers, going a lot of miles or like a $2.25 offer. So I look at it like, okay, they're going to pay me $15, but let's say I have to accept 3 offers that are paying me $2, right? And 3 offers, I can complete those in 1 hour. I'm only making $21. And in my market, I average more than $21 by a little bit. So for me, I looked at that as that's not good. But you know, that's why I said what I said, because I feel like I don't want to have DoorDash to tell me we're going to pay you this per hour, but you have to take our trash. I don't want to go a lot of miles. I want to be able to control what I take, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. But let me ask you, mathematically wise. Okay, so because I've been doing this since 2019.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when the whole DoorDash thing was like they had tips, they give tips or whatever else, right?
Yeah.
But no, what I saw your video on are we independent contractors or employees without benefits?
Right. What do you think about that?
What do I think about it personally?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's both. It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit of both.
Okay.
But I was proud military.
Uh-huh.
And the sad thing of it is a little bit of both.
I think there's a lot of truth in that statement, because after thinking about it a little bit, after doing a little bit of research, after getting other people's opinions, what I have found is that it doesn't seem like it's 100% one thing or the other. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like as delivery drivers for these apps, we're skirting and skeeting between a lot of different little worlds, like employee with no benefits, because we do have to kind of do these things and kind of adhere to policies and TOS, and support might say this to us. And then we're kind of in the independent contractor world because we have to worry about taxes and gas expense and mileage, and we can pick what offers we accept. And then we're kind of in this subcontractor world because we're subcontracted with DoorDash to pick up these orders or not pick them up. So it seems like these companies kind of have us like in between this weird little matrix space, you know?
No, what's happening right now is you can make on the veteran side because I don't have to worry about it, and that's what I want to get to your viewers.
Okay.
Like I don't have to worry about healthcare or whatever else.
Yeah.
Because on the veteran side, I'm 100%. So
right.
If let's say I get a broken leg, then that's covered. But not everybody qualifies for that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
They really don't. But on the flip side of that, I would say most people do. And as far as taxes and everything else go, I get than 100% veteran, I get more tax breaks than a little bit.
Sure.
Where you don't get it.
Right. I don't.
And sometimes it's not fair. It really is not fair at all.
Yeah. So what would you what advice would you give to somebody that is new to these apps, doing it a couple months, they're not a veteran? What advice would you give to them as far as working these apps and making sure they're doing the right thing?
Take the orders that make sense.
Okay.
Take the orders that make sense.
Yeah.
And like literally, like I don't multi up because I can't, because I have PTSD. So that would drive me nuts.
Yeah. Having all of them going off at once or too many things.
Yes.
No, I respect that, man. I get that.
But at the same time, take the orders that make sense, because I'm not going 17 miles for $3.
No,
I'm not going to do it. Like I've watched you. DoorDash Dad, everything else. Like,
yeah.
And then, but how I got started was with Coop.
Oh yeah,
like,
sure, yeah.
I said, all right, this is simple enough. But some of the things that we have to go through, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like making another order and everything else, because I've waited at a restaurant for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's crazy what they it's. I think this is what I'll say. I think as a new dasher, and there's a lot of new dashers or gig economy workers that don't maybe look to YouTube for tips and tricks and advice, or maybe they're not on Reddit or Facebook groups that can help each other out, and they feel like they need to take that offer going 17 miles for $3, and they don't know. And it's like it's such an abuse of power. And I just try to I make so many videos, and I make them every day because I hope that I can touch a couple people a day. Like, ooh, hold up. Pedro's saying I don't have to do that. Pedro's saying I can unassign. He's saying I should have a miles to money ratio. Like, because there's a lot of people, the majority of dashers are not on YouTube. I believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Pedro, I love your videos. I'm going to tell you that now. But my miles to ratio, if I could get the same payout, like, because I'm in the Myrtle Beach market.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can park anywhere free. A lot of dashers can't do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying?
No, your situation, I think, is I think it's unique. Would you agree with that?
Very.
Yeah.
Because I know I get a set amount per month.
Yeah.
And then I do this part time. So that's why I put on your page. Like a $15 payout was skipping a 1099.
Yeah.
And I don't think I conveyed it very, very good. But a $15 payout plus tips.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of dashers out here that are doing it full time.
Yeah.
A lot of them are multi-active.
Yep.
I single app. Me personally, I single app. But the reason why I choose to do it is simply because I need to make a set amount per month. But I know on the fares and everything else, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get it. I get what you're saying 100%. I think you and I, for different reasons, fall in what I consider like that 10 percentile. You know what I mean? Like our situations are a little bit different. And I want to speak to those other 90, you know, because I feel like those are the ones that don't get these videos, might not be a veteran that served, that get certain benefits or know their market really well. And those are the ones I think get lost in the shuffle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard because that's the 90%. And I think DoorDash knows that and they prey on that. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they prey on that. And yeah.
But the thing of it is, what's going to end up happening, and this is my personal opinion, what's going to end up happening,
yeah,
that acceptance rate is going to start counting. That acceptance rate is going to start counting.
Yeah, I think you're right. Unfortunately, I think you're right. I think you're right, man. I definitely think at some point, now that could be 3 months from now, a year from now, who knows, you know, but I definitely think they're going to say, hey, you guys got to be at, let's say, 50%, you know, whatever that number is. You know what I'm saying? Like they're definitely, and that's going to be a game changer, because what it will do is a lot of dashers will be like, you know what, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not playing these games. But then a lot of people say like, well, I have to do it, and they're going to take more offers, and then more customers will get food, and it's going to be a really tricky situation, man.
No, but honestly, here's going back to school, because I only do dinner rush. I don't do lunch because it just stresses me out, to be honest with you.
I hear you.
Okay, I only do dinner rush. All right, and transparency, all this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to keep it PG, because I would want to say a lot of more things. But
yeah, I hear you.
But at the same time, what's going to end up happening? If DoorDash in itself, DoorDash as a company, it's not a delivery service. It's a technology company.
No, it's a software company. You're 100% right. Yep.
Yes.
It's a software company that gets merchants the opportunity to deliver stuff, but it's completely a software company.
Yes, Lord. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. That's completely 100 from just delivery.
Yeah.
They do not have a worker relationships with these companies.
No.
They don't.
They don't. They do. All they do is they sign them up, and they cash the checks. They send out the invoices, they cash the checks, and if something crazy happens, then they might have a support agent on the phone with a manager or something. But they have literally like a 2% relationship out of 100, in my opinion.
No, and I agree with your opinion on that one, because if from my screen, in fact, from our screen,
yeah,
we can put a sad face, happy face, or we don't take this because the order's too small.
Yeah.
What nobody has said ever. I was waiting for y'all five to say something about this.
Mm-hmm.
But the BS on that one, they not listening. They're really not listening. They're really not listening to us because they are sitting in a cubicle somewhere. They are sitting somewhere in the office, and they're not listening to the customer complaint nor the dashing. But we are the middlemen.
I think overall I would agree with that. I think there are some things that they catch wind of, whether it's through social media or PR or the news, and they have a small pulse of like what's going on that we're thinking about or saying. But at the end of the day, you know, by the things that we're saying right now aren't going to hit their desk until 6 months from now. Maybe they'll talk about it. And by then we're talking about something else. So, you know, I agree with that. Like, you know, we're not, they know that enough people want to dash or do Grubhub or Uber, that there's going to be enough people signing up because of the way the economy is and all that, that they're going to have a revolving door of dashers. And they're not going to have to worry about what Pedro thinks because Pedro ain't doing this forever. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to have somebody else that wants to do it, and it's going to take a $3 offer because they know that I'm not going to do it.
But here's the thing: you got Coop with 86,000 follows.
Yeah.
DoorDash Dad, you, more financial.
Yeah.
Nugs and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting something.
UDM. I mean, there's all kinds. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, UDM. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He is awesome. He is awesome.
Paid to drive has 26,000. You got rideshare guys got 100,000. There's a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Paid to drive. I use him for example. In fact, because before I got through, I was watching a video on him.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. This gig economy is going to go up and down with the times. And I honestly want all new drivers to understand this. Customer service is first. But just from ordering off of DoorDash my damn self.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
But what I would like to see, if you don't give us drop-off instructions, then be clear about the drop-off instructions.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a paid tip or nothing.
Yeah.
Because my wife ordered earlier from Subway.
Uh-huh.
But what DoorDash did, it never got delivered because there was no paid tip. Get it? Yeah. No. But it was a cash tip.
Yep.
It was a cash tip. So that's where these hidden orders are at.
Yeah. And I think that DoorDash, I've talked about this a couple times. There should be an icon that a customer should hit if they want to leave a cash tip. They should be able to hit that icon. So where if an offer comes through to me and it has that $sign icon for cash tip, I can make the decision to say, ooh, they're going to pay me with a cash tip. And it's only going a few miles. Let me go ahead and do this. Because I do know there are customers that won't tip on the app because they think or want to tip in cash. And those orders get left by the wayside.
They do. I mean, like in my market,
yeah,
which is Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Actually, which is Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. So parking, these hotels. I mean, like I went to Wendy's. Now I have a story to tell real quick. I'm not trying to take too much of your time.
Go ahead. You can tell it, and then we'll stop. Go ahead. Tell it.
But I had to take I waited at the same Wendy's for almost an hour. For almost an hour.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh no. This was a big order.
Yeah.
To start from my cat.
Yeah.
But I waited at Wendy's for almost an hour, and then had to go back to the Wendy's because they reordered.
Wow.
I said, okay. So I'll go back to the Wendy's. It was my next lesson. The last order. I had to take. It was being delivered to a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, how are we going to do this?
Right.
And the crazy thing of it is, long story short,
mm-hmm.
I took the luggage rack, and this was probably about 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you go to a hotel and when you have luggage?
Yeah.
Okay. What I did, I used one of those to deliver food.
That's crazy.
But I wasn't mad.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
I wasn't mad, but I'm like, how do you expect the Dashers to deliver these orders when you actually have to wait 45 minutes?
No, but they don't. The algorithm don't care, man. They just they see an order, they see revenue, they see them being able to charge that merchant a certain percentage, and they see the delivery fees, service fees, and regulatory fees from the customer, and ching, 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 ching. They see the dollar signs, and they're going to send us the order, and that's it.
Look, then I need to get the customer tip itself was great.
Yeah.
Customer tip itself was great because I couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
But now, like, even when my wife ordered, the Dasher could not see cash tip.
Right.
So it sat and sat and sat.
Yep.
That's what I want customers to realize. Like, DoorDash will not let you know. Yeah, the second order, third order, whatever else.
No, man, they don't let they're not transparent with the customer at all, man. It's crazy. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, and I'm glad you did because I do remember your comment, and I do remember commenting back, and I appreciate you. I appreciate more than you taking the time to call in, and it really means a lot to me, man. I appreciate it that you spent the time to call in and comment, and I appreciate you very, very, very much.
All right, you know what? I appreciate you, but I enjoyed the content.
Thanks, man.
You keeping it real. Keeping it real.
I try to keep it real as can be, man. Listen, this channel, man, like when I started it, like it's just about me being myself and keeping it as real as I can and trying to be the man of the people, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So.
You're a man of the people, but thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
You know what? Everybody out here, look, if you're door dashing, drive safe, fuck your seatbelt up.
There you go. Yep.
That's all I got.
There you go, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. We're going to take a couple more calls, but I got to take this small little break. There's still 121 people. I don't know why y'all are still here. You guys are crazy, but I'm loving it. I'm going to play y'all a little bit of this music right here. Hold up. And I got to take a 2-minute break. And now I know there's people that still want to call in. Hold up. So I'm going to play y'all this real quick. Be right back. One of my bracelets just broke. It is what it is. That was a sad moment. All right, if we get another couple callers, we will take the calls. Oh, North Carolina is popping tonight. I think this is the fourth caller from North Carolina. Pedro Dora Santiago here. Who do we got live tonight with us? You are live. Oh, they keep hanging up. I don't know what's going on with North Carolina, but they're calling. Don't forget the air freshener. John, it wasn't that kind, bro. But listen, John has a channel. So for the 107 that are watching, John right here with the wrench, I need you to go check him out. This is Pedro Dora Santiago. You are live. Who do we have on the line tonight?
We got Gigopoly on the line.
What? You said gig what?
Gigopoly.
How are you?
A couple times.
Yeah, how are you, my friend?
All right. And yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, I talk about just a few things. I just want to talk about where you say you was commenting back and forth with the guy who said this is not a contractor job.
Yes. Yes, I was. Yes.
Here's the thing with those type of people. I think he actually is a contractor with like a box truck contractor. And I kind of talk with these people, and they think like stuff like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub is like, it's like beneath them. Because the type of contractor work they do is like they'll sign like a year contract, like delivering packages, or like when I used to work for a window company a while ago, and there was like a box truck contractor guy, and he signed on yearly. So basically, he didn't know his routes that he was going on or anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think
I know what you're saying 100%, and I said it in the video I did today because me and him went back and forth for probably about 15 comments between the two of us, and he told me he had I believe it was like a snow removal company, and he said that he fired many people that had my kind of mentality, and he was very like he was better than me. That was the vibe I was getting. Now I'm not saying that's how he felt.
I talked to these people before, and it's almost like a jealousy type of thing.
Maybe, yeah. And I told him, listen, I am like, I don't know everything, and I'm coming from a background of I made a lot of mistakes. I was extremely arrogant as a young man. Okay. And I'm not young anymore. I'll be 40 years old in a couple months. So I'm not young. Right. So for me, like if somebody has a different opinion and they're saying it with such conviction, I told them, hey, come on my show. This is the number. If you're telling me that I'm bad for the community and I have no idea what I'm talking about, then you have the responsibility to share it with my people and tell us tell me what I'm doing wrong. And he didn't take me up on that. So that told me a lot about this kind of person, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but like, if I'm going to tell you, hey, call at this time, educate us. What can you bring to the community that I am not doing and you choose not to do it? Then that's on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a little bit of pride and his ego gets in the way. And, it's like, don't call yourself an independent contractor because I am what is a true, in quotations, independent contractor. And, all you do is deliver McDonald's. You need to stop. That's fine if you think that. But at the end of the day, why don't you go ahead and come on here and tell everybody else that.
Yeah, he was scared. He is scared to come on because he don't have a counter argument. Because at the end of the day, what we are doing is independent contract work. Once you sign that agreement, the terms of agreement of delivering the food, and delivering at this time, that's actually a contractual agreement.
Yeah.
So I'm an independent contractor, which means I am not even. He don't even understand that. What are we doing? We're not even getting. We have to pay our own taxes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
It's labeled a 1099 for a reason.
Yep. No, I agree, and he questioned me on some things, and to be honest with you, and the other people that are watching this and that will watch it later, I thought honestly he made some valid points, right? Because I think he only started watching me recently, and he didn't know a lot of things I've talked about putting money to the side, taxes, thinking about it like a business. Don't just do it to do it. Have a goal. And I think he just saw a couple of videos that rubbed him a certain way, and he was like, "Oh, this guy's got to, he doesn't know what he's talking about." And I think he just got in his feelings a little bit, and he wanted to get in the live chat, or he wanted to get in the comments, and that's what people do, and it is what it is. But when I invite you somewhere, if you don't come, that tells me a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody's busy, but like, if you're gonna come in the comments and spew like so much stuff at the community, you should be willing to take 5 minutes and call. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it kind of, the fact that he didn't come tonight kind of showed me a lot about him, and who he might not even be a true independent contractor himself. He might have just been saying that just to say it. But at the end of the day, like,
people can get a little funny like that.
Yeah, I thought he made some good points, but at the end of the day, like, if you're telling me that 95% of us have no idea what we're talking about, and I offer you the platform in an unedited live show, I don't edit anything. This is live. I'm taking every phone call. I gave him the perfect opportunity to preach, and he decided not to do it. So that's on him.
Yeah, and I also want to talk about just two more things, and then I'm out of here.
You good?
I want to say something to people that I was reading the Grubhub terms of, how you read all the terms and agreements and stuff.
Yeah.
So, for people that want to be like top dashers and all that type of stuff, they want to accept every order. Now, I'm not saying this, it's bad, don't do it. But in their terms, especially on Grubhub, if you had a high acceptance rate and you didn't make like say you made like only $15 that hour.
Yeah.
And if you had a high acceptance rate, they will pay you the minimum wage of your state.
Grubhub will?
Yeah, I was going to do a video about this because I'm just starting my channel.
Yeah.
I only posted up like little funny stuff here and there.
Yeah.
So I really want to get really informative on it because I do read the terms and agreements of these places.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, on Grubhub, if you have a high acceptance rate,
mm-hmm.
so people that usually take a lot of orders, they might make $15 an hour.
Right.
Something like that. If your state says, the minimum is $18 an hour, then in their agreement, they said they will pay you the minimum wage of your state.
That's interesting because I think that, do you know if that is true for Uber and DoorDash, or is that Grubhub specific?
As I was scanning through the DoorDash one, I couldn't really find anything, but I'm gonna double check. If I find something, I'll try to DM you or some type of way. I'll find the email and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I do have the Grubhub one that's saved in my photos, so I'll send that to you through your email.
Yeah, my email's in my about section of the page, so please send that because I think that you're talking about a channel you're going to be doing. I don't see enough people talking about those raw, real TOS things, and because I honestly have no idea what that even looks like. I don't read that, and I haven't.
It's like almost like when you buy a house or when you rent an apartment.
Yeah,
it's almost like this where they say, "Oh, sign here, sign here."
Yeah, we just sign. We just click. Yeah. Nobody reads it, man. No, you're right. But I think there's a lot of knowledge in that. And I think there's a lot of power in that because we might think one thing, but what does the actual law say? What does the TOS say? And I think there's not enough people that talk about that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting.
Yeah. So just how you gotta, just like how that you signed that contract and you gotta fulfill your agreement.
Yeah.
They also have to fulfill their agreement to the contract also.
Right. It goes both ways. Yeah, for sure.
It goes both ways. So I just wanted to get that out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll start my channel. I'll start being informative. But I really wanted to preach that out to people tonight because I know a lot of people that, don't really want low ratings when it comes to acceptance rates and stuff like that.
Right.
So we all need to dig together into these these terms of agreements.
Yeah.
And really see what they say. But I'm 100% sure that the Grubhub one says, if you at a high acceptance rate and you make less than your minimum wage of your state, they will pay you the minimum wage.
Yeah, and I think that's good knowledge to have based on your market. And in most markets, I would probably think that monetary amount that money they'd have to give you won't play. But there are a lot of people doing Grubhub that don't make that, so they might be missing out on something, or they might be uninformed. And definitely email me, man. I like where your mind's going with this kind of stuff. So definitely keep in touch. My email's in my about section, and let's keep in touch on those kind of topics, my friend.
Yep. I'll catch up with you. I'll stay on the line, but I'll call back up on the next line.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Every Sunday at 9 o'clock we do it, man. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you.
Got you. No problem.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Some good calls tonight, man. I can't believe there's. This is a thing. Gig Lebowski, what up, bro? I'm out. Oh, I didn't even know you was in here, man. What up? Roy's still in here. Gig Lebowski's got a channel. Mo Dasher has a channel too. Jeremy, keep making videos, man. Don't be discouraged, man. I'm speaking to you right now directly. All right, because I go on your channel every once in a while, and I look to see what's going on, and I want you to keep doing stuff, man. Because I think you have a very good, interesting thoughts on things, and you say things that sometimes need to be said, and maybe if they're even unpopular. Roy will be Roy's the same way. He'll say things that maybe some people are afraid to say, but Roy's going to say them. You know what I'm saying? And we need that kind of stuff, I kind of tend to be, if I'm being honest, I'm like, I'll say things and I'll just speak my mind, but I'm not real controversial with things. But we need people like that can rattle the cage a little bit say unpopular things and make people like myself say, hold up, let me think about that for a second. Is he onto something, or is he just being stupid? You know, and that's okay either way. But we need people that are able to rattle the cage just a little bit. And I think those two guys are good for that. So I appreciate that. I've been writing down some ideas. Yeah, man. Roy will hurt some feelings. Roy, you ain't hurt. You're not hurting mine, but we're built kind of similar. You might not think that, but we are. I think we have some similarities. You know, we have got some thick skin in some ways, and we like to talk our nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's good. You are live with Pedro Dora Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight?
What's up, Pedro? It's Tuna Can.
Tuna Can, a loyal sub, my friend. How are you?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. What do you want to talk about tonight, Tuna?
Not much to talk about. Just wanted to call in and say what's up, and love your channel and love your content, man. And that's about it, really.
Hey, man. This is a name that I know from even the beginning. So it's very humbling that you called in. I know you're very active in this community, and I appreciate people like that. You know, I see you on other channels, and I appreciate that, man. I just want to tell you that, just person to person.
Yeah, well, I appreciate all the work you're doing for the community here, and it's been a long day, man. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, but I just wanted to call in and say what's up, and keep up the great videos.
Hey, man, thank you very much. It's good. It's like subscribers that kind of keep me going and challenge me, like yourself, and been here for a while, and I appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your I guess Monday morning we're getting into. So,
all right, man. Take it easy.
All right, thanks, man.
Bye.
Tuna Can. That's the name I know, man. I know names. If I see a name 3 times, I remember it, and he's been around. What's Roy say? Yeah, we both are able to think independent from the norm. Yeah, I think I think of. It's weird, man. I kind of float. You know, I'm a big conspiracy theorist kind of guy. Sometimes I want to challenge the norms, challenge the establishment. I want to hold big companies accountable. I'm a little guy. I come from family of little guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we came from nothing. I still don't really have nothing as far as what some people would consider something. Like, I'm an average Joe, man. I'm an average Pedro to the fullest. And I like to question things, and I like to challenge things. And I think there's a lot of channels out here that are doing that. And I like to give them the respect. And then I think there's some channels that are just maybe all just about money and dollars and cents. And I think there's some value in that a little bit, right? Because we got to make money. And I think there's tips and tricks you can take from that. So what I like about YouTube is there's a lot of different channels, and people can gravitate with what's going to make sense to them in that time in their life. And then maybe they can take something from Roy and something from Modash or something from Pedro, UDM, Kim Side Money Plans. Like, there's 100 of us, right? And I think you got to find a couple, the handful that you can kind of resonate with and say, you know what? I can take that from Pedro and that from this person and that from that person and make it your own within your market and make your money. You know what I'm saying? And as cliche as it sounds, and this is my tagline, bet on you, set goals one day at a time. You have to bet on yourself. Nobody else is going to get you up in the morning. Nobody's going to turn the app on. Nobody's going to tell you to go get your money. Nobody's going to do the market research for you. Nobody's going to put gas in your car. You have to do that. Then you got to have a goal. How much do I need to make today? What do I want to make this week? What's my miles to money ratio? How much do I want to spend on gas? Am I going to spend any money out am I going to get snacks at the gas station? Am I going to pack my lunch? And then you got to, once you figure that stuff out, you got to do it one day at a time and just keep at it until you get to where you want to be. Whether it's paying off your house, paying off your car, sending your kid to school, putting food on the table, working towards your own business, you have to do these things. I talk about that ad nauseum, and I talk about it in every video because I believe it, because it's worked for me. And I came from nothing. Literally. Nada. Okay. And all it takes is if you got a little bit of gumption and a little bit of hard work ethic, you could figure out whatever field you want to work in, but you got to bet on yourself. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to believe in yourself. You got to start that way, control what you can control, and you can make a living doing this work or any other kind of work. you know, but this channel is about, you have to bet on yourself. I cannot say that enough, because like, I should have did that a long time ago. So once I started realizing this, I wanted to share it with as many people as I can. And right now, in a very humble way, I feel like I am doing that. And that's what kind of keeps me going, putting out videos every day. Yeah, man, I can go on. I can rant for like hours, for real. So, Roy, I do have a baby that gets me up in the morning, but I have a lady that's phenomenal that helps with that. So we balance it out. But I do have that. Let's see what we got in here. The phone's not going off, so we're probably going to end pretty soon. We're at over 3, so we're at over an hour more than last week. I did expect people to call this week. I think you guys like it. I'm going to leave you with this. I want you guys to treat this as like a new kind of thing on YouTube, as far as the gig community, because I don't see anybody else doing it. And to be completely transparent with you guys, I like to do things a little bit different on this channel, like other channels do. Every Sunday, we're going to do this at 9 o'clock. And at 9:15, we're going to take calls. We're going to talk about gig news, our week, hot topics, life, whatever we need to do that week. And we're going to do it like an old school AM radio show. Everybody has the number. Everybody can call in. I hope I'll answer as many people as I can. Even if you have a different opinion, I'm not going to hang up on you. I'm not going to be rude. If you call and you're acting crazy, I might hang up. But at the end of the day, if you got a different opinion and you think it's valuable to the community, you will be heard on this channel. And we can agree to disagree. We could yell and scream. We could high five each other. Whatever it is at the end of that conversation is going to be organically what it will be. And at some point, we're going to help the community, because not everybody has to agree with this guy. I do not expect everybody to agree with me. I don't know everything, but I will speak about my experiences, and I'll try to help as many people as I can. And then there'll be other people that will come to this channel or come to the phone line that can speak of their experience, that will help somebody that I can explain, that I can help. And either way, it's a win-win. Okay. This channel will continue to be transparent. It's continue to be positive when we can be. And we're going to continue to vibe. And, you know, I came into this YouTube space wanting to help people. And my goal in the beginning, and you can look at my old videos, I wanted to help 100 people a day. And I wanted to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I thought if I got to that number, I can help realistically 100 people a day. We have gone past that. And we are going to continue to go past that. And I am going to be motivated to continue to help 1,000 people a day, whatever that new number will be. Okay. You guys are fantastic. This is extremely humbling. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out, whatever, comment. You guys are fantastic. Bet on you, Seckles, one day at a time. Today is now Monday, like pretty much almost everywhere, except if you're on the West Coast. What are you going to do this week to make your money, to hit your goals, to do whatever you got to do? It's a new week starting tomorrow. My week starts on Monday, not Sunday. What are you going to do? What are you going to learn? Don't be afraid to adapt strategies if you need to, because the gig apps are going to throw us a lot of things. Make your money, but then also be safe, take care of your families, and realize money isn't the whole thing. It's not everything. Okay? Be kind to somebody. Bet on you, Seckles, one day at a time. Positive vibes all day. You guys are phenomenal. I love you. I'll see you guys next Sunday at 9 o'clock. Adios.